What's up, everybody? How's the mic? Appreciate it, King.
Appreciate you, Dallas Mavs. Richard, his wingspan is stupid if he grows any more inches.
King, which one you talking about?
Not the guys you sent to me. I'm any of those guys. If we go and grab him, I'm down. But I was saying, as far as Bronny James, you see his wingspan?
Yeah, I mean, dude, every guy doesn't grow at the same damn pace. If he catches a 20-year-old growth spurt and just grows 2 inches, man, which is not unrealistic, he'll be a fine basketball player.
Yeah, he's a. I didn't know he was at 6'7 1/4. I was like, gee.
Well, I think that's in question. I don't think he's that tall. But
No, 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 no,
I
no,
think
no,
the
no. Not
wingspan
his height,
might be
Richard.
legit.
His wingspan was 6'7 1/4.
Yeah, that's probably legit.
Yeah, I didn't know his wingspan was 6'7 1/4.
I don't remember who it was, but somebody back when he first went in, they went and evaluated, and he's the only one that had it about right. He said that if he doesn't grow, he's going to be questionable, but if he grows, he'll be LeBron James. I mean, that's what you're gambling on, man. If you draft him, if he grows 2 inches, you might have a second LeBron James. If he doesn't, you got a role player.
I don't think he's gonna be Bronny. Yeah, I don't think he's gonna be Braun. But if he's 6'5", I think he's probably a he's probably just an NBA player, like that's going to last and have an NBA career. That's what I think.
I mean, if he legitimately hits 6'6", 6'7", he'll be a fine role player, man.
Absolutely. Like I said, even 6'5", you can get to 6'5". He
But
can if he can
that
get to
being
6'5", he can play. He can play one through three defensively because there's a 6'7 1/4 wingspan.
that being said, though, King, yeah, there's quite a few guards in this draft, and he's at the bottom of the list. But I still think Tristan Newton can walk on the court and start
Ooh,
this year, and
ooh,
I'm fairly positive he can for us.
ooh. Well, he can't for us, but you saying he could be like a main. He have a main role this year if we had him.
He can be the third guard. Yeah.
Ooh. We'll see, man.
And I mean
Nico.
when you're talking a rookie contract or a late second rounder, I mean if he's playable, that makes Josh Green and Jaden Hardy tradable. And Exum, to be honest. It's just, you know, am I right or am I wrong? If he's playable,
No, you're 100% right.
yeah. I can't believe that. I'd have never thought that. And I still don't know what the hell Portland's doing.
You say what, Richard? I'm sorry.
I was just saying, I still don't know what the hell Portland's doing.
I don't know either. I hear that they may be interest with what is it, DeAndre Ayton with Atlanta. So that's what I'm saying. I think they may just be dumping guys away, just trying to get draft picks. I think they're about to just do a rebuild. They're going to
Yeah, I just
completely
saw a
do it.
report. I just saw a report saying they're not in a rush to get rid of Grant.
Not in a rush to get rid of who? Grant?
Yeah,
Yeah,
they
I
said
don't listen.
they
I
said
don't
his
listen.
price is. They said he's available, but his price is high. But they're not in a rush to get rid of him.
Nah.
So
Yeah,
they
I mean,
might want to keep him as a vet or something. I don't know.
I'm not paying 2 first rounds for Grant. I'm sorry, y'all. Y'all can kill me for that one. I'll just take the heat.
Hey Frank, you're right. When I heard that Atlanta might go for Ayton, I was like, that's a good pickup.
I was hoping he would go to the Pelicans. I'd like to see New Orleans and Portland. They both have a lot that the other one needs. I'd like to see them get together and make some trades, but I don't know if it'll happen.
Superhero, I see you. I don't think I don't think we get KCP. He's going somewhere and getting some money.
He's going Philly or Orlando.
Yeah, he's going somewhere and getting some money. Yeah, Frank, DV, Orlando, I can see it.
Yeah, a report just said they can offer him like they would offer him like 2 years 50. He's gonna get a bag.
I'm telling you, Orlando gonna be one of those sneaky second round competing teams next year, especially if they can get like one more guy. Like if they can just make one move for somebody.
They get a half-ass point guard. It ain't even got to be a good
Yeah,
one. They
he
just
can
get
be
an
a point guard,
average.
or he can even be
I'm not
just
even sure if
somebody else that's a regular scorer that can
yeah, it
get
don't
you
even have
like
to be a point guard. They just
18,
need
20
buckets.
points, another bucket getter where they like that dude going to show up in the playoffs and get me like 20 points beside Paolo. And then what is it? Franz can be the third guy where we can sometimes get him shooting the ball, doing
Well,
some other stuff or whatever.
Franz is more that connector. He's like what we would love Josh Green to be. He ain't gonna be a 40-point scorer, I don't think ever, but he damn sure can make everybody else better.
Frank is on one though. Frank said D'Lo to
Yeah, I
Orlando.
think
I
I
like
thought
that.
about that. That would be a good pickup. I
That's
think
a
for them.
good pickup for them right now.
It damn sure ain't the craziest thing I've heard.
I think Chris Paul gonna go to more of a contender. Swanson. I think he going. I think he want to be a backup guy. Really, I can see him going to the Lakers. Real tough.
Yeah, Lakers. The rumors are Lakers or Clippers.
Yeah, I really see him going
Yeah,
to the Lakers. That's probably where he goes.
that makes sense on either one of them.
I mean, he'd be nice going back to New Orleans if they had their team.
If he wants to go to a contender, then he shouldn't go to either one of the LA teams. I mean, that's just him wanting to stay on the West Coast.
Yeah, but I think he'll feel like he can make him a contender with his boy Bron and all that.
And he could, but he would be better off. I mean, King, you and I have been kind of suggesting that Chris Paul is a great fit in Orlando for what, a year now, something like
absolutely, Chris Paul.
If he wants to play another year or two and be relevant, I agree with y'all.
If he has one more run, he got to score. He got to still be able to make buckets though. If Chris Paul got one more run in him, get me like 12 to 15. Yeah,
man, I think he would be a 15-8 guy in
15?
Orlando.
If you get a 15, they're incredible. Like I said, they're gonna be. I said they get that one more guy. They like a puncher's chance in the second round to make it to the conference finals. That type of team.
They've just got so many knuckleheads on Orlando. I think the reason why I say 15 is because he's going to be able to get his whenever he needs to get his.
Yeah,
and he'll have
Paolo. If Paolo plays off of him, Joe,
yeah,
and they've got a connection going on like a pick and roll or pick and pop or something like that, it'll make buckets easier for Chris Paul, way easier.
For sure. And plus Paulo being so young too, Chris Paul being so, mouthy like he is. And I mean that in a good way.
Yeah.
He definitely wouldn't have a problem in telling him, you need to be here when I'm there so I can feed you the rock at this way, on time and on target. And
Orlando's got a couple of decent guards, Joe, that if they just had somebody that could teach them for a year or two, it would just make a world of damn difference. And
yeah, as long as you're not talking about Markelle Fultz, because
I don't
know.
No. I don't know if he sees the Orlando Magic. So they got the money. That would be a good pick for him to just ride out and just help them get to where they're supposed to be. But I don't know if he thinks he can get them to be a contender. I think he probably would feel like he can get them to be kind of like OKC when he went back to OKC.
Yeah, for sure.
Like as far as having a puncher's chance and being a good team and all, but I don't know if he thinks he can win a championship if he goes there. if he goes.
But I don't think he makes that much of a difference in Orlando as far as getting to the finals.
That doesn't make him
still
better
got
than Boston or New York.
or
for
New
sure.
York, exactly.
Yeah. So
And everybody keeps just like penciling Philly and Milwaukee back in, but I think those teams are going to be worse. You know,
Nah. I think Philly got a chance to be good if they get like KCP and
yeah,
they get
Philly got to make moves. They just gotta
put their
come
team
through
together.
with something. Yes, they can't fail when nobody goes to Philly.
like if they get like KCP in free agency and they trade for like Brandon Ingram, for example. I see them as a
Yeah,
as a relatively
it's a
good
good team as
in the
long
East.
as Embiid stays healthy.
Yeah.
so here's the thing with Philly. You know they're going to be hard capped at the 178 number, right? And they got 53 tied up in Joel Embiid. So that means they've got 125 that they're going to have to sign, and they're talking about their star hunting. You know, I mean, if they go out there and they sign somebody, I don't think Paul George wants to go to Philadelphia because otherwise he would have went there, right?
Yeah, well, Philly said they were done with that one. So if they get another guy, like you say, Brandon Ingram, it'll probably be a trade. They'll probably sign role players like KCP and all of that.
Yeah.
I don't know that they've got anybody on their roster that they could use to trade. I mean, Maxey and Embiid, they only got a couple other players in their role players.
They could just absorb salary though, right? They got picks.
Do they?
If
do they have any expiring contracts? Yeah.
No, I don't think they got expiring
everyone's a
contracts.
free agent.
They got room.
I think it's just
do they have picks
on the books?
They
got.
really,
I think they got a couple picks.
Richard, you and I looked at that the other night. They've really only got Embiid under contract. Now they've got some rights to people, but they could renounce the rights to their backup center and that point guard. But the only one they have locked on the roster that they have to take is Embiid.
Right.
They got to fill 13 roster spots according to the CBA with the 125 million that they have.
Oh, and you got to add Maxey's max extension into that too, Joe. We wasn't even thinking about that the other night, so that's going to cut it down even more.
That's what I'm saying. They extended Maxey, right?
No, he's restricted.
He's restricted, so he's getting extended.
Yeah.
But I saw Austin was in the chat. What up, Austin? He asked, did we get rid of Timmy yet? No, not yet. I know. And do you see it happening at all at this point? Yeah, I still see it happening. I really don't think Tim Hardaway Jr. goes into next season a Maverick. They're going to find some way. That relationship is done.
Yeah,
might not be what we want. We might not get nothing for him, but he's
not going to be playing here.
Yeah,
he's done. He's burnt the bridges as well. He's done.
His dad burnt the bridges.
His dad started the fire, and then Timmy at the end of the season, it's like reports and all started coming out that he was not happy with his role and all that stuff like that. So yeah, that's done. He's not important enough to try to mend those fences. So
I mean, the thing about it is that I mean, them saying he wasn't happy with his role. That's like saying the sun rises in the east. I mean, that's just one of those things, somebody trying to throw gas on a fire, because of course he wasn't happy with his role. You know, it's like a completely disingenuous thing to suggest that he would be anything other than that.
I guess, but if you're trying to stay here, you can't be unhappy with your role. You should be unhappy with your play.
And I didn't mean that to come across as being
no.
What you were saying. I'm just
saying I would be more disappointed with my play, not with my role if I wanted to stay.
Yeah,
my play is the reason my role. He tried so many times to give me the role.
Yeah.
What the hell?
Listen, he said remember Jason Kidd said this, and everybody like hit the roof. He said, we need Timmy to win a championship. And, you know, when people say something, usually it has multiple meanings, especially somebody that's like a professional coach of an NBA team. And what he's saying there is like, we need Timmy to win a championship. Whether or not Timmy could deliver it or not, we needed that third scorer. And that's basically what he was saying, where people thought they were saying, oh, we need him to play a bunch of minutes. We're like, no, we need that role. Desperately need that role.
We need that 15 points a game that he could get in 3 minutes.
Yeah,
I just can't.
For sure.
I see Frank talking about Quentin Grimes. Oh, that hurts it hurts my head thinking about Quentin Grimes being what we go after.
Y'all gonna hate me for this, but I'm gonna say it anyway. I ain't got a problem with Quentin Grimes and King. You saw the list of low salary players that I made out.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to pay DJJ 12, $15 million. He's got too many holes in his game, y'all.
Well,
I like the guy. I want him on the team. I'd like him as a backup player. But I'm thinking $5-6 million. I don't want to pay him more than that.
So how much does Quentin Grimes make?
3.
4.
No,
4.7.
So they would have to throw somebody else in there.
No, they can
they're
just
just going to take on the contract, right?
So
swap Timmy out for Grimes, and the difference in the money would be what they would sign DJJ.
What they would then sign DJJ for, correct?
Yeah, I don't want to pay DJJ 3 years, $10-12 million. That's
what I'm saying. I don't want to give away
contract.
the draft picks to just pay. That's what I was saying yesterday. To just pay DJJ. That's not. I love you, DJJ, but man, like.
I mean, it's just a bad move. That's why we're in the shape we're in now.
Yeah, you're right. He makes 4.3 million. Here's the bad thing about Quentin Grimes, though. You might have to throw in order to get. They're talking about, and I'm with Richard. I understand what they're saying, that's DJJ and the money and blah 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 blah. But to get to that 12 to be under that apron, so that we could sign, we would be a non-tax paying team, so we would be eligible for that 12 and change mid-level exception, as opposed to just the 5.2 where we are now. We're going to need a few extra dollars, and so we might have to throw in another couple $1 million in salaries to get that, which would include somebody like Jaden Hardy or Lawson or something like that. So it stings even a little more to get Quentin Grimes.
Especially when there's a couple of adequate second round draft picks, 6-foot guards that we can plug and play with. You know what I mean? I just don't want to make them. I'm okay. I want to make trades, y'all. I want to make the team better, but I don't want us to go backwards.
If we have to trade Timmy in a first round pick to get a dude that shoots 39% from the field overall, I'm very disappointed.
We wouldn't trade no first round pick.
Or even this, I might be mad at getting rid of the second round picks.
They turned down a second round.
That's what I don't think they want to do the second round picks. I think
maybe they want multiple seconds then.
Yeah, that could be true. That could be true.
How many second rounds you giving away, DV? For that one move?
It's tough.
Because that's what I'm like. Well, then what do we have left?
The max I would do is 2, but even 2 is a bit.
So even let's think about it.
But if you don't, you got to ride that contract out. So you're damned if you do, damned if you don't.
We have 2 firsts and 4 seconds, right?
Think so.
Okay. If you trade away, that's with what we have. It's already difficult to get another player, a decent player, and all that with that right there, right? With the 2 and the 4 and the players that we have. If we really give away
3 firsts to get a quality player, we're gonna need at least 3 firsts.
If we give away our 4 second round picks or 3 or whatever, and just have 1 left, are any of our players with 2 firsts and a second round a guarantee for? Anybody left? Because we don't have the expiring contract anymore.
If you put Josh and not Josh. If you put Jaden and you put OMAX in, you can get somebody, but that's what it would take. And I don't think
because those 2 are basically first round picks.
Yeah,
we gotta get. Y'all want to do that?
Well,
no, absolutely not. But that's what it'd take.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You might come down to a decision whether it's win now or you're gonna keep a bunch of the young players.
I'm gonna ask y'all something ridiculous. I'm not for it, but it's a ridiculous question. I heard that I heard that the Portland Trailblazers aren't interested in Maxi Kleber and Tim Hardaway Jr. Like I think somebody just said it. Actually, they want to play hard. DV.
Yeah. Would you
Would,
be King?
no, you're right. You're right. Would you include? Would you
we're
include?
just fans, and we can see what's that. They're not valuable players.
Would you include Hardy and OMAX to get that trade done?
Not OMAX. I would trade.
Yeah, not
I would trade
OMAX.
Josh Green. I would trade Tim Hard. I would trade see. For me, here's the thing about OMAX. He has elite size, right?
He does,
and he's got
And
all the
ability.
intangibles, and it's way harder to find a 6'8" kid who weighs 230 pounds and can get skinny to get over the top of screens and can defend on the ball and can rebound and block shots
And
who's
guard
hitting
up or down.
who's hitting 40% at the end of the year whenever he was playing in the G League and shooting transfers from high school to college to G League to pros because a shooter can shoot. And than it is to find a 6'4" guard who doesn't defend up, doesn't defend bigger players, and doesn't get skinny over screens, or a 6'3" combo guard. I mean, those are a dime a dozen.
You're right. Here's the next question because Whoopo is in the comments and it's kind of like the baseball thing right now.
Stage, man. He talks too much junk to not get up here with us.
But it's kind of like the baseball question. Like, do you give away the prospects or do you get the player? And I see Whoopo like, man, screw them young players and all. We just went to the finals. It's time to go for the chip. My next question to y'all is, when is OMAX ready? When is OMAX ready to compete for a championship?
Bro, Quentin Grimes is not pushing you over the
no, that's what I'm saying, Johnny. Quentin Grimes is not. So they saying we're
that's
not gonna be. If we do that, we screwed up to get anybody else. I feel like we offered Tim, but it's gonna be screwed to get anybody else unless you include OMAX, like Richard said. So I say, why not just include OMAX in the trade if we got to do that to just get the Jerami Grant?
As Big J, he's the one with the season tickets to the G League. I might not always agree with Big J, but I do trust his decision. If he says OMAX ain't ready, he ain't ready.
But that's
so
but he
Big
also
J, OMAX should be getting minutes this year with Greg Brown right behind him, or like at what point do you feel like OMAX is ready to compete for a championship?
Yeah, I think he's going to get. I think he's going to be hit or miss on playing time this year, and I think he'll be a key contributor next year.
That's fair.
So a key contributor to a championship level team, but still not a starter maybe yet. That's what you're saying?
I mean, I don't know whose role he's going to take, but I can tell you this: that I think that he's going to be an all. He's got a chance to be like an all NBA defensive candidate.
You are 100% right, and I know it, Joe.
I mean, he's better. I think he's as good as Josh Green right now, y'all.
When do we only care about now?
Size.
When do we only care about now?
You can't ever do that.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, I know you can't ever just care about right now. You got to think about the future still. But when do we say we're here and we need to go now?
If we just won a ring, which we did not, and we're on a 3-year timetable, so we can't jeopardize what happens in year 2 or year 3 because we're trying to sign DJJ. I mean, I'm just not taking a step back for DJJ.
And let's be real, if Jerami Grant was 26 or 27, we wouldn't be having this conversation, y'all.
Nope.
Well, there would also be 20 teams in the league trying to get him.
But also, like kind of like what I think Frank said, if you're trying to win now, though, Jerami Grant age doesn't matter. He's still right there in the prime of his career where you use him to win a championship. So that's why it's like, where do you are we now yet? Or because if we'd have won a championship, Joe, I don't think I would have wanted to trade it OMAX. I'd be like, hell no, I want to keep OMAX then because we won a championship. This dude may be ready to help us next year and take us over the top even better. But since we didn't win a championship, I'm like, I don't want to get away from this point.
I just think that
what BJ just said. I mean, I don't want to lose that. Yeah, I don't.
Think what we're expecting from OMAX, defend on the perimeter, defend 3 and D, that kind of guy, get rebounds. I just think that he's got an opportunity to be way better, quicker than what Josh Green's shown so far, or
I hope.
and what I think Hardy's really nice, but we like him a lot because he's our guy. But I think there's
And
I could go to LA Fitness right now and find some guy that does what Jaden Hardy does.
That was going to be I'm glad you said that because that was going to be my next question for you, Joe. Is he? It's a difference of having a young guy like a Luka or a Derek Lively. Like those guys fit timelines right now because they learn the game quickly and they're like advanced. Is he going to be advanced, or is he going to be Jaden Hardy, Josh Green? Maybe not even that far, but like still, it takes time before he's a championship level player.
If you're going to take a gamble on waiting, though, King, you take a gamble on a 6'8", 6'9", 220, 25 pound athletic freak and just pray he develops a shot.
Hold on. They're listening him at 230 right now.
Oh, and my God.
Big J will tell you, because he was like, if I remember correctly, Big J says he might have ended up somewhere in the high 30s, because he started off in the low 30s. But at the end of the year, he was shooting consistently at a clip well over 40%. So that's what put his shooting percentage up. And so he was being kind of like a Ponzi scheme growth, like that 45-degree angle on his 43 or on his 3-point shooting.
If that's true, Joe, I wouldn't put him in on Jerami Grant or damn nobody else.
Me neither, man.
Let's keep it a buck. Let's keep it a stack right now. Straight facts. We have players that other teams don't want, right? They're not going to just take from us. They're hesitant. Like, we got to throw a bunch to get these guys off our team. They definitely want to help us down. We've been in the finals probably. That's probably even more motivation for teams not to help us. Are the guys that we have, because everybody is like, don't throw away this guy. Don't throw away this guy. Don't throw away him. He still got something. He got something. If we kept the same team and took off the guys that play at the bottom of the bench, right? Meaning those Maxi Cleavers, Tim Hardaway Jr.'s, Powell's, and all, and they did not play. And we played all the guys y'all wanted to play next year. How far do we go?
If we added a couple of those free agent players off that list I give you, King, we can win it all.
How can we add those though? Like we have no room.
We gotta cut wave a player that we don't want to, and stretch them out to make the money. That's the only possible way you could do it. But yeah, we would still need a Lamar Stevens, Kenya Martin Jr., a Trent. We'd still need just for the body. Yeah.
Yes, at some point, do we just say we can find another Hardy? Like, not to be rude, but like at some point, do we say maybe we missed that train? See if you work on another team, and maybe we can find another Hardy in the second round of the draft.
I mean, that's where I'm at.
If there's a time to make a decision, go on.
Oh my goodness, man! I don't know. It's like,
I mean, 6-foot guards aren't that hard to replace, y'all. I'm not gonna lose those sweat over Josh Green or Jaden Hardy, and I wish him the best. Bronny.
And they're still not even. And they're still not even giving us much though, because like Jaden Hardy doesn't even have a contract yet.
And I wish them the best and hope they don't do nothing but succeed. I like both of them.
Why are we acting so desperate? That's what I want to know. Everybody's acting like we were all so desperate. We're like barely got the draft, barely out of the finals. Everybody's acting like the team's going to fall apart if we don't make some crazy moves. We got to the finals.
Everybody's getting better.
Yeah, we did get to the finals. We watching everybody get better sticks as well.
But we got to the finals with the team that only had a couple months to get chemistry. Imagine what the offseason is going to do. That's what we talked about the whole time.
I saw the same game plan and the weaknesses. It's not about.
Well, I agree, but the question is whether or not Jason Kidd is going to be allowed to be the way he was, or now that Cuban is fully gone in an offseason with Nico to have full control, do they put pressure on Kidd and get rid of some of these guys so that OMAX has to play and Hardy has to play to see what they're worth?
Sticks, that's the whole question we're having right now, because we're saying nobody. We just saying about the guys we're trying to get rid of. It seems like nobody wants. They're trying to help. They're getting Tim Hardaway's agent to help him go the way he wants
pay
to, and
to get
they
rid
still
of him.
can't get guys to take him.
Hey,
I know. I mean,
Did you see the report?
I just looked, guys. OMAX shot 42.5% on 5.3 attempts per game from three.
Now.
So he should be out back. So he should be out back up 4 next year, right?
Yes. I mean, that's
So that's what I'm saying.
And
Y'all
Lively's going to
is,
start
so
hitting threes too.
how far do we go with that same team? Are we good? Are we almost basically the same team almost, or good enough?
I still think we end up with Grant before it's all said and done, because Portland's going to get desperate at some point. Right now, they're trying to hold out and think they'll get something for him, and they're going to find out nobody wants it. So
I think they'll keep him before they give him to us for scraps.
Yeah, I think so too.
The difference, if everybody gets their person to play, right, is Jaden Hardy takes Tim Hardaway Jr. spot, and OMAX takes Maxi Kleber's spot. Correct? That's what we said.
Yeah.
And does that win us a championship?
I mean, if they perform the way we think they can, yeah. If we have 2 more scorers, that wins.
Still got to have that third scorer. Though.
So Sticks, you think that team so you think we have a presently constructed team that can win the championship?
Here's what I think.
No.
Hold on. He didn't ask you. He asked me. Would y'all shut up?
Yeah. Let's Sticks talk.
Okay.
He demands right
so here's the thing. You take a team last year that played like crap most of the season, and Luka had to carry. Luka beat himself up. He wore himself down playing the most minutes of anybody in the NBA. You take a team now that has a lot more chemistry, has a lot more parts. If OMAX turns into what we think he is, and I think Hardy will be good enough. If you do all of that, Luka doesn't have to take near as much stress on his body. He makes it further through the season. He is able to play at normal Luka mode in the playoffs. Kyrie, the chemistry between the teams. And at the end of the day, if we had 35% 3-point shooting, we would have wiped every team off the floor, including the Boston Celtics. Now, if OMAX can shoot threes, and Hardy we know has been able to shoot threes decently well, and you factor that the guys didn't play all year having to cover for injured players, yeah, I think this team is quite capable of beating anybody in the NBA next year, especially with the added chemistry. So we're panicking over stuff I don't think we need to panic over. I think everybody's just in panic mode because Boston wiped us. We shot 17% from 3, guys.
No,
17%.
I'm just panicking.
We can say it the same way. We shot 17% from 3.
That
was an issue, but that was it. Remember, that was an issue all.
Find a couple of 3-pointers.
Hold on, that was an issue all year. Post trade deadline, the issue was we kept saying we could win other ways, even when
we were able to until Luka. We were able to until the finals. Yes,
until the finals, and then we lost in the finals. So now everybody's like
panicking.
That's a missing piece. We need that piece to beat Boston. We need some other piece.
That's why I want Jason Kidd fired. I think Jason Kidd played wrong. I think Hardy should have played more. I think Exum should have played more. I don't think Maxey should have been. My point is that's my thing is like the problem for me is still going to be Kidd, regardless of who we put on this team. If Kidd plays the wrong guys at the wrong times because he trusts these old guys over the new guys that have energy, like we should have been playing young guys as much as we could. Because Luka and them were tired and had played a lot of minutes. Instead, he's putting more old guys out there that are injured. What's wrong with you?
Which is one of the reasons why, Sticks, I want to trade away those crutches.
Agreed. But I want them gone. Traded or cut. I don't care. I want them gone.
Circle point of how.
Exactly.
At this point, I would cut them and take bet minimums and get them out of our team.
You can't cut all the guys, though.
You get rid of. You'll be able to move some. You'll be able to move some of them.
We can. We can't, though, man.
Yeah, but based on what? Because y'all seen a week of free agency?
No, because I've seen years on these guys.
Thank you.
The guys I'm talking about you. Have been years.
But Nico moved stuff last year that people didn't think he was going to be able to move, and he moved them. So it just depends on what people want to do.
It's usually the one guy that we made a mistake on or something like that Nico moves. These are the same guys that have been here since Kristaps Porzingis.
Yeah, and I agree with you. If we roll back with Timmy and Maxey still on this team and Powell, I don't care about Powell as much, but if we roll back with Timmy and Maxey on this team, we're done. Because Jason Kidd will continue to play them, and he doesn't have – nobody evidently in this organization has the balls to tell Jason Kidd, you can't do that shit.
But if he didn't – but you feel like if he did not play them, we have enough on the team to win a championship?
I think yes. I think based on what I saw last year, I believe we do. I would rather we have a Grant or somebody a little bit stronger for our third scorer, but I think PJ's spending the offseason retooling for a reason. I think – with all the help that we've got and Lively's getting better at scoring and Gafford, I think our guys will do a lot better next year offensively. And we already know defensively they proved they could hold people down.
I agree they will offensively. I'm worried. I would need OMAX damn near to be a double-digit scorer. And I don't know if I would put that pressure on him next year to be
I don't
like
want to put that on him.
you a 10-point a game like guy and all like.
Yeah, but
Is that if Lively starts? What if
back.
Lively starts scoring 15 to 20 points regularly next year?
Hold on,
right.
though, Sticks. Let me get in on this.
Go ahead,
I'm gonna
Rich.
go back to the same thing, y'all. Do you want one person that you got to worry about getting injured, giving you 25 a game, or would you rather have 3 or 5 that can give you 10 points a game and hope 2 of them do it every night? I mean,
I would rather have the 5, Richard, that have skill and can do stuff, but like that's a bunch of teams we got to go to get those moves. And
honestly, the analysis that if this kid does this and if this kid does this and if this kid does this and stuff like that's what you say whenever you have a team that you're building, right? You're not like trying to like compete for a championship.
That's what I'm saying. We need certainty.
Betting on progression is something that you do whenever you're like, trying to get to that level. We're at that level. We need a final piece to put us in a place so we can take out Boston, or we can take out the Knicks,
or
we
Boston's
can take out
old.
Oklahoma. Take out Oklahoma City, because I guarantee you this: they are not scared of the Mavericks. They're like, no. I mean, we
and these teams aren't old. You feel me? It's not like the Boston Celtics are like, oh, game over and all. They lost Kristaps for the beginning and all that, but they're not like an old team.
Which is why I don't want to get a bunch of 35-year-olds and bad contracts if we stay screwed for the next decade.
Richard, I'm with you. I would love to get a bunch of dudes that have skill, like a bunch of like $10 to $12 million dudes that just have skill that can play together. And because we have Luka and Kyrie, if you got guys going to get wide open shots, they should all have. You should always have a career year with Luka Doncic and Kyrie. If you don't, something's wrong. Like because they get so much attention or whatever. So if that happens, I would love to do that. But I don't think one team's going to give us all those skilled players.
Well, they're not. But you can get it. You can get it a little at a time, King.
Yeah, but how long are we?
Well, we're in a window.
Yeah, how long are we? We saying we're going to wait years.
I got a question. So, Joe, you just made that comment, and comments. People said the same thing. Agree with you, Joe. Can y'all name one team in the NBA? How many teams in the NBA have 3 legitimate, always scoring guys? How many? Because y'all are acting like every team has this massive amount of scorers. No, that's what you're saying.
We're not.
But you're saying progressing. Every team is depending on progression.
You're doing a Larry thing right now. You're moving the goalposts. That's not.
No, I'm not. Every team is depending. Every team is depending on progression.
Every team that wins championships usually has a third person that can do it. The Boston Celtics didn't have a third person that consistently did it. That was the one person. Hold on, but they had 3 different people that could do it.
So, are you going to tell me on this team that you don't think by next year that Lively is going to score on average double digits?
I don't think Lively is going to have the ball in his hand and say, "Go get me a bucket." Already.
Okay. So let's assume the double-headed monster. Do you think our centers consistently are going to score double digits between the 2 of them?
Yeah, in the regular season, I do. But I think they are. I think that's the same thing.
And then, do you think OMAX, after what we've seen in Hardy, if they're able to play and not, that's what I said. This is all dependent on. We don't have kids running THJ and Maxi out there. Do you not think that the way Hardy played last year and what we've seen from OMAX already, when he's got with what his shooting precision, you don't think that we can from game to game every so often they're going to drop 10, 15, 20-point games?
Hardy in the finals. I mean, just Hardy in general. Hardy in the playoffs showed me he should be playing, right?
Correct.
Like he showed me that, but I don't know if he's the guy that's the guaranteed. I don't know if I have that trust in him yet.
You don't have to guarantee though.
When somebody would have to do it. He would be the only person that would be available to have the ball and bring it up the court.
So here's what's going on, Sticks. You're using the Socratic method by getting people to agree with these different things. But
who's making that noise?
All of your statements in your Socratic method are baiting on assumptions there's going to be improvement.
Yeah, Joe, hold on. Joe, hold on. Who's got the feedback? Who's got the feedback in the mic? It's like scratching noise in my microphone, in my ears.
It sounds like somebody blowing their nose.
Yeah.
It wasn't me, y'all. Wasn't me.
So
go ahead, Joe.
You're using a really effective communication technique, right? I super appreciate the Socratic method there, asking questions and getting people. But all of your things, yours have a straw man element to them because you're assuming that we're going to see these progressions where those are not certainties. Those are
Nothing in
not
life is certain,
objective
though.
facts. Those are subjective hope wishes, basically. So
Luka
you
could
can't
break a
bet
leg
on
next
that.
year, though.
What we have to do is we have to bait past
right.
projection. You bait on past projection to see what they're going to do. And that's what we're saying is that we desperately need, right? Because we're like not to beat Oklahoma City or Minnesota or LA Clippers or things along those lines. We know we have enough to beat those teams, but some of these teams are getting better, right? And then there's going to
We
be,
assume.
we're going to need that third score. It's one of those things we kind of
Right,
got
Joe, and I
away
don't
with
disagree
it.
with that. The question to me was, do I think the team we have now is able to win? And I said, from what I'm seeing, I believe this team does. I'm still saying I want Grant on this team. I want to put DJJ to the bench so that he's coming off as a defensive guy that's just coming in there with full energy, and we don't
Well,
need
who's
a lot
your
of
point
him
of attack
offensively.
defender?
Well, and so hold on. So here's the thing about that. Your
Well, you have to have
belief on
PJ
that,
up there.
though, your belief on that is just that. It's a belief. It's not falsifiable. It's not verifiable.
Correct.
It's not readily controvertible. I mean, it's something that you believe. Nobody can say that. Oh, well, Sticks. You don't believe that. That's the only argument to that. So I believe is not a statement that it doesn't move the needle.
Nothing, but nothing is factual. I mean, you can't. There's no one piece that you guys can look at right now in the draft or in a trade that you can guarantee next year that if he's on our team, we win. If that was the case, people would win back to back every year because you know how to win.
Sticks, you're right. You're 100% right. But that's not what we're talking about now. We're talking about being competitive again and being able to have a chance to do that again. Right now we're saying we think the other teams in the West are doing things we're watching to get better.
Yeah.
So if we're watching that happen, then we're like, the Mavericks aren't getting better. The other teams are going to leapfrog the Mavericks.
Denver has gotten better, y'all, whether y'all realize it or not, been paying attention to the draft. Denver got what they needed in this draft.
This is considered one of the weekest drafts in a long time. So how do you know?
But Denver didn't need a star.
They got a backup center and they got a replacement stretch four for Michael Porter Jr.
Hold on, because y'all are using the same thing again. That's based on projection. That's based on what you assume their output will be.
I never said.
Hold on. No. Sticks. Oh my goodness, Sticks.
I never said.
Y'all doing the same thing, but you're doing it for the other teams against us.
You're projecting role players that do star things.
I'm not doing that because
we're projecting guys from school to be role players. You're right. It is a projection, but it's a total different projection, man. Like,
you just said it and you're like, oh shit, I said projection.
Hold on. I think Richard was wrong for saying that. Okay, I don't think Denver got better. I think they're about to lose KCP, and they could take all these rookies who don't have any pro projections right now because they're rookies. But you can take somebody like Jerami Grant though and say, okay, that guy projects this is what he's going to do as a pro, based upon past performance, and that's all I'm saying there.
I think Rich is projecting that Denver got better for the future.
Yeah.
But listen, that team is there. I would be not happy to be a Denver fan right now.
No, right now they're supposed to compete for championships, and they're losing all their pieces to compete right now.
And everybody's just like penciling in. Oh, they got the highest odds next year. And I'm like, what part? Who comes up with these odds?
I know. I'm just saying
the same people who picked the Houston Astros to win this year in the MLB.
A healthy Alex Caruso is a big difference for the OKC Thunder.
Yeah,
I know that with the same team they had last year, and I don't think they're going to be done. So the same team they had last year with Alex Caruso, that's a series where I'm like, okay.
I don't know everybody's ages in here, but I know y'all. I could do shit at 35 that I can't do it. I couldn't do it 45. And at 36, it's only 1 year in 37. But when you're a professional athlete, that cliff is sudden. Y'all assuming Jerami Grant is going to be good, and he ain't never been a defender.
Yeah, he has. Richard, he started off as a defender.
10 years ago, Maxie Cleveland was a defender 10 years ago.
Yeah, but I think that depends on what you're dealing with. You're dealing with a guy who's playing on a team that traded off to Dame, pretty much left him there when he was expecting to be there with Dame. Yeah. He's had a bad attitude about it. He doesn't like playing for them.
What about the 4 years he was in Detroit? Same player, same.
But they're two teams that aren't playing for anything. When he played with the Denver Nuggets, he was playing defense.
They would have never drafted MPJ if they
But
kept
that's 10 years
Jerami
of
Grant.
bad habits that he's not.
But
that
everybody,
same
Richard,
player
everybody said
10
the same
years
thing about
ago.
PJ. They said he didn't play
Yeah,
defense, but he was on
I
Charlotte.
just think it's because of the
PJ ain't
situation and
35
because
years old.
he increases offensive load. Like he's going to do more defensively, I think, on our team. Like I
PJ
don't think
is
he's going to be the
young
guy.
enough-
Like he's not going to be dropping 20 again. He probably dropping 18 on our
PJ is
team.
young enough that if he's bad at something, he can get better. Grant, if he falls off something, he's like Maxie. He
I
ain't
don't think
improving it.
I don't know. I just don't think he's bad at it.
No, I think the offensive. It's kind of like my argument with Luka. Like people say, "Oh, Luka's not great at defense." Yeah, but what happens when Luka goes off the floor? Like offensively, they have to adjust to Luka and put different people on the floor to guard Luka. So they don't always have all their offensive guys on because they got to have defensive guys on to deal with Luka. So it affects how they play defensively and offensively. Like offensive guys still affect the way people are able to put guys on the floor to do defensive things too. And I think people discount that. Like it's still a game. Like you can't just throw the 5 best offensive guys out there against our 5 best offensive guys.
Right.
If our offensive guys can cook the living crap out of your 5 best offensive. So it's still a cat and mouse game between these things. And when you put Grant on the floor and you put 3 scorers plus Lively on the floor, you're going to have good defenders or we're going to walk all over you. That's the whole reason I want Grant. And if he can hit 40% right now, imagine what he's going to do when he's got Luka and Kyrie getting him wide open all the time.
Unless he falls off that cliff.
If
Why do you assume that at 30 years old? He's 30 years old.
Why do you assume that a 25-year-old can't come in and do the same thing?
Because Grant has a history of proving he can do it.
I mean, 25, telling a person to shoot 40 from 3, give you 21 a game. Not everybody doing that, though, Richard.
And he's done it 2 years in a row.
He can do it, but not everybody doing it, man.
DB, what's up?
I was saying, where are we going to find that now?
Yeah, we could all disagree about the small details, but the bottom line is we still got $30 million in salary that we can't do nothing with to get whoever we want.
That's based on right now, though. You don't know what's going to happen in a week or 2 weeks. That's the thing. Right now, everybody's trying to play games. They're all trying to say, "Well, I got all this, and it's early. I'm not going to give away something." But the thing is, like, look at who, like Portland, for instance, with Grant. Look at the guys they have. What's Grant's role now? Are you gonna think Grant's gonna feel even more wanting to play based on what they just did? They clearly just replaced him with Deni. Like that was the whole point of Deni. So now he's already not motivated to play. Now you're asking him to play, be more motivated. So eventually they're gonna realize they have a very disgruntled player making 30-something million, like 30 million this year on the roster. Do you really want a disgruntled $30 million player sitting on your bench? That's not good for your locker room if you're trying to rebuild either. Eventually they're gonna have to move him.
Yes, but here's
and you hope we have enough at that point that they're desperate enough to take it. Right? That's what you're hoping.
Here's the things, a couple things. One, I'm usually with you, Sticks. Like usually on the show, I'm the one. You know, anything can happen. Y'all believe we can't do it. We're gonna always do to make a move. We can make a move. I'm usually with you 100%. The only reason I'm having like doubts is because we're now down to those dudes. There's nobody else we can trade. But those dudes we've been trying to trade forever. And I'm like, I know you're saying they're playing hardball with Grant or whatever, but like at the end of the day, if we trade away those picks, first and foremost, to do the Grimes thing, like the Tim Hardaway Jr., the Lakers can say we have a better package than the Mavericks to give to you, Portland. Even if Portland does play hardball, the Mavericks don't have anything to say we can play hardball with. There's other teams that take Jerami Grant.
No, the only advantage we offer them is the expiring contracts. We offer them the expiring contracts to give them a ton of cap space next year. After next year,
they don't want them,
but they don't want it already. So now we got to figure out how to get rid of Timmy. That's what the whole Quentin Grimes.
Well, I think Timmy's got to go in order to handle DJJ properly.
So then the only expiring contract we have is Tim Hardaway Jr.
Yeah. So I know we're in a bad position. I'm just saying, like, that's why I still say that if at the end of the day, as long as we find a way to move those guys off so that Kid can't play them, I think we can, with the guys we have, we're able to do it with a few extra, like we'll find some other role players, you know, find some guys that maybe can hit threes.
I agree with you on the role player thing, Sticks. I agree with most of what you said.
With Tim to sweeten the deals because people don't want Tim.
No, clearly. But did they tell us, oh, you're the Tim was the most a major part of? That's what the media told us, but yet nobody wants him for some reason. It's funny.
And they have already discussed supposedly the idea of Josh Green and Tim Hardaway, because that's I think
no, it was Maxey
Maxey
and Josh.
I haven't seen any reports about Maxey.
No,
I
it's
just
not
saw
Maxey.
Josh Green and
It was
THJ.
Josh Green and Tim Hardaway.
Okay, my bad.
Yeah, you good, Richard, but it was Josh Green and Tim Hardaway now that they're trying to put together to give to Portland, because that basically meets the contract. I think it's 29 mil to 28 mil or something like that. And they still saying no right now. Like, I don't know what we can give.
If they're saying no to that and 2 first-round picks, then we ain't getting.
Wait, do we have?
I don't know if they said the first round.
They
They didn't say all the stuff yet and all that. And we don't have him yet, I don't think. So I don't know about all that, but they're going to take. I think if we get Jerami Grant, they're going to take everything we have, y'all.
Anybody we get's going to take everything we got.
Yeah, they're going to take. I'm just letting y'all know that. So don't be mad about that, because if you want Jerami Grant, we're giving away everything else we have.
You're giving away the 2 firsts.
You're giving them away.
I mean, at this point, I'm fine with it. If you all of a sudden you went all in, that's what you got to do.
That's how I feel, Sticks. If you all in, you got to go all in. It's not halfway. You either all in or you're not.
And we still have first-round picks every other year. And first-round picks, I'm going to be frank with you, everybody puts so much value on it. And you're watching this draft right here in these 30 teams. There's going to be 14 kids that are going to make NBA rosters and be a decent player, and there's going to be 16 kids that don't, and the teams that miss are going to be the teams that always tend to miss. I mean, there's just bad organizations, and you can look back at every draft when they do the redraft, and teams F up. And I have a lot of confidence in Nico being able to identify good players that fit into our system. I mean, I'm actually shocked he's as good at that as he's been.
I got
Who knew that Daniel Gafford, PJ Washington were going to be that good? I
have a question for you, Joe, because I don't know the answer to it. Maybe you, maybe someone else might know the answer. Can you trade draft swaps?
Yes.
So if we swap we swap the draft pick with OKC or like San Antonio Spurs, can we still trade out
did it yesterday?
Yeah, Atlanta just did it yesterday, I think. Isn't that what they did?
Was it in the draft though, or did they? No, hold on. No. Atlanta somebody got drafted though, so it wasn't. It's been done. They swapped already. It's not when you got a swap happening. It's in the air as far as what pick you going to get.
I mean, you can add the pick swap into a trade if that's what you're asking.
No. I'm asking like if it's already done.
If you swap with the team, and so like they go to 28 and you go to 18, and then you change like, hey, we've got an opportunity to swap this potential 18th pick here with your 5th pick. So
yes,
you
Joe,
swap
kind of, but you know how.
No, I think I know what
the swap doesn't occur until the season happens, right? Because you don't know who's going to be the worst team, right? So that's what the benefit of it is. So I'm saying, can you trade it even though you don't know that circumstance?
Yeah, I think that one of our swaps San Antonio got swapped with Minnesota yesterday.
They're the ones that made the swap, though. Yeah, all of ours have been swapped out. Do you see what I'm saying?
I think that's what I saw yesterday. Is they swapped.
What do you want to do, kid?
Can you
go that way?
Okay. Can we trade our picks or not trade our picks because they're held in swaps?
No, you cannot do that.
So we can't trade those picks. So it's not going to be a bunch of picks that we have because we're going to start getting the picks that are swapped.
Yeah, but we still have those first round picks. We just might be picking later. We might be picking the same.
But we can't use them is what I'm saying, though, Joe. So we got to wait to draft. We can't say, a player's available. I have 3 first round picks. No,
that goes back to the Stepien rule.
We still have them. They're just they're even years. The swaps are only in even years for us. And we can trade first round picks in odd years. So we still have a first round pick in 26, 28, and 30. It just might be later, depending on if those teams that we swap with decide they want to swap.
Richard, I'm sorry, Joe. I get that part. The part is we traded the other picks already because these 2 picks are the ones that are in between. The odd numbers is what I'm saying. So we can't trade the even ones because they're already waiting for swaps. So what picks are we going to trade?
We can't trade them because of the Stepien rule. So the team's got to run the Stepien rule by using swaps.
Yes. So they're already traded. That's what I'm saying. So what other picks can we trade? Because those are basically already traded.
Wait,
25
have we done
and
anything
30.
with 2026 or no?
Yeah, 25 and 2031. I think we've got a swap in 26.
That's just two, right? That we have available. If we trade them, we're done. That's what I'm saying. Until we can pick, we can't
Until
trade
31.
any more picks. We just can pick.
Yeah,
we can't trade until 31.
So if we get Jerami Grant, we can't trade anymore.
Nope.
We can just pick.
Yep.
That's what I was trying to get to, Richard.
So then
I'm
the
sorry.
next one that opens up would be 33.
Something like that. Yeah, where you could trade.
Yeah.
But
We would have to we would have to pick a player
and just trade one because we can't trade the next
player after we picked him.
Yep.
But we wouldn't have a tradable pick until 32 that we could trade.
God.
Now that would be next year that we would get that pick,
which would be 34.
Wait,
right?
We wouldn't be able to trade
33?
32 if we trade 31.
Yep, we couldn't trade 32. It'd be 33 already.
Yeah.
So you have to wait another year after that.
And
then all we have is that probably the 2026.
Y'all still thinking that's a good idea?
Well,
I'm telling you,
I'm only slightly crazy.
You got it. That's all in. That's literally all in.
The Mavericks, they listen, when Nico said we're on a 3-year window, I don't think he just willy-nilly picked that. So yeah.
Frank, it doesn't matter if we win a championship. That's what I'm saying. So that's what all in is. So you're going all in and saying just did. We're going to win a championship.
The Knicks just gave up everything.
Do you believe that Jerami Grant, we're going to win? We're going to win a championship. Jerami Grant is on this team. And then that becomes the Frank question. I mean, not the Frank, the damn Joe question again. Is it just one that we're playing for? Are you just able to get more than one with that team? Do you trade everything for just one?
I mean, I do think you do it if you think you can compete for two, right? But the fact of the matter is, guys, I mean, it's you make the trade with the idea it's like this is going to put us over the top.
And if that was a 25-year-old, Joe, I would be all on board with you. But you're talking about a 30-year-old.
That's why I would have figured out a way to say, do you really want a late pick, a third first-round pick in this draft, Portland, when we can give you a 2025? I mean, Washington, I mean, we could have given up that. We could even Deni fit the timeline way better than Avdija, and than Grant, and he's an on-ball defender too. That makes signing DJJ as ruthless as it sounds. It makes it unnecessary or superfluous if we give him the 5.2. So we missed that boat.
Now you don't see why I was on that screaming that trade.
Yeah, we could have almost matched that. I mean, you could have made. Then it's just semantics about whether our 2025 first round pick is better than Portland receiving.
And the 25 draft is going to be better. It's got Cooper Flagg and a couple of other legacy players. Like a 25 pick is way more valuable than this year's pick was.
Yeah, they were saying that they think that there's like 10 players in next year's draft that would be projected to be the number one pick in this draft.
Yeah.
That this draft would be great if it started at 11, right? So we drafted, so everybody here needs to be slotted down 10 more picks. That's how weak this draft is. They think there's going to be 10 players in next year's draft better, which you're like, oh, well, that doesn't necessarily mean we're going to reach us. But no, you push greater players or better players down the line because you have more players there. So I don't know. I like I said, that's something that I'm not willing to do is second guess what I think is probably one of the finest GMs in professional sports and his ability to negotiate and develop relationships. But yeah, man, I don't see why we couldn't have matched Portland's offer for Deni Avdija, because that dude would have it would have definitely made us a championship contender.
Y'all feel like Demi would have made us more of a championship contender than Jerami Grant?
All day. I've been screaming that for a year.
He's at 6'9" on the ball perimeter defender that figured out he could dribble this year. That dude is gonna be
literally play all four spots.
I don't think the Mavs actually looking at him, though.
I got you, but the only thing with Deni, wouldn't he have to like his game would have to always he would never have to settle because
Why
if it
would
was
he?
if it was
There's
last
more
year,
other players on the court, King.
I
Denny
know, but I'm
wouldn't be
saying
a
if it was
savior. He would just be one of 4 other players that can give you 10 or 15 points.
Do
He
you
just
trust-
happens to be an excellent defender.
do you trust that
Give up
Deni gonna knock
2
down that
first
shot
picks.
though?
I do. I mean, I absolutely better than DJJ, and he
Yeah.
Hey,
gives
maybe
you third.
But
And
is
he
that
gives
worth
you
the
some
2
punch
first?
off
is
the
that-
bench, and that guy's
is it
never
enough?
played with.
Yeah, all day. I mean, I don't know why it was
Bro.
ever even a question for the 2 first.
Yeah, and
So I think
thought
Deni.
Hold
Go
on,
ahead,
Denny.
go ahead, Joe.
Deni Avdija, I think he shot like over 40% on wide open threes this year, and he's never played with one player, much less 2, that has a half of the gravity of Luka and Kyrie.
I love Deni. I like we said down there. I love Deni. I think Deni going to be a star in the league. I don't know if he's ready to be a role player on a championship. That third, like y'all not even talking about a role player, really. It's not even a role.
Yeah.
Being that third guy right now, like Jerami Grant. The thing with Jerami Grant is that I think Denny's going to be better than Jerami Grant. So that's my first thing. I think Denny's going to be better than Jerami Grant. I'm not sure if Denny's better than Jerami Grant right
That's
now.
what we're telling you, though, King.
That's a fair point. That's
That's my
probably
only
well,
thing.
he's a better offensive player for sure. I think that's
Denny's
fair.
a beast defensively and all, but like I know this year Jerami Grant shot 40% and he was making a bunch of them off the dribble and all. As far as he was the number one guy.
The last 2 years he has.
If he gets wide open ones, he should be a beast, shooting 40 as the number one guy. So I know them wide open shots. Like Jerami Grant's probably gonna knock that down.
Here's the thing about Jerami Grant, though, that I kind of been keeping back there to like not muddy the waters too much. I think that there would be, because he's more of a power forward. I think that there might be an argument that he needs to be the 6th man, and then you find that on the ball defender, because PJ is not a great on the ball defender.
There you go.
Then wouldn't they put PJ on the bench instead of Grant?
PJ should stay the power forward.
Yeah, and then put Grant off the bench in the 6th man role and just say, "Hey, man,
I think Grant can be
six.
I think
Six
Grant
man
can
of the
be
year
POA. I think y'all discredited Grant. I think Grant can be POA.
Oh my no.
Grant,
no.
If you Grant Williams if you just don't think about nothing but Grant Williams in Denver. Grant Williams played the 3 in Denver and he was their POA. The reason they wanted to keep him is because he was their POA. He went to another team with more money and all because he wanted to show his game was even more that he can do. It's kind of that Kyle Kuzma effect, but Jerami Grant was, I think, even better defensively than Kyle Kuzma was when he was playing with Denver.
You got me confused there. You talking to Richard and me too much, and you started mixing people's names up.
Yeah,
I didn't know I said his last name. I'm sorry.
Yeah. But the thing is, King, I'm gonna go back to the same thing. 10 years ago, Maxi Kleber was a good player.
Yeah, but Jerami Grant not. It's not like Maxi Kleber is broken down.
Yeah,
Jerami Grant's not broken down. Jerami Grant just was doing a different role because he was playing for a different type of team.
Yeah, I don't know. I just think the Jerami Grant thing. Man, that would suck too. First,
I'm not 100% on board.
And I mean, if you make that play and it's wrong, there ain't no correcting it.
That may be something that really we may have to talk about later on about a different situation where that becomes, whoa, you can't do nothing else. But
which is back to why me and Joe's was saying, instead of getting a $30 million player, you get 2 or 3, 12, $15 million players, where if it don't work, you can correct it.
So if you get Jerami Grant and it does work though,
you're immediately up there with Boston.
You feel like you're the truth, and you're like, okay, but also my only fear about getting the role players, like I was saying earlier, Richard, it might take more than one trade cycle to get those guys. Like you're gonna have to. I don't know if we have.
Dude, the role players, we could get 3 out of them 7 in free agency, and we're good on the bench, King.
So you think we just need to pick up guys and we good?
For bench players, we just need bench players. They don't need to be all stars. They just need to be bench players.
I think with Richard, we're kind of talking about like the building at the team and having that is like King. If you've got 10 Lego blocks, and they're really big, you can build X number of things. But if you have 20 Lego blocks that occupy the same amount of space as those 10 Lego blocks, they're just smaller. It gives you a lot more flexibility to build different things, build a lot more things.
So, and I'm actually with y'all, Joe. Like I said, I agree with y'all. I'm just thinking, what's the timeline? Is my only pushback. Like, if that takes years, if that's not a right away process, and that takes years, then I'm worried.
25 years old.
Lucas
25.
He just been to the finals. Kyrie's there. Like, you gotta, if you're gonna make those moves and you saying we going to Kyrie contract up.
Yeah, we got 2 years. It's 3 years.
So we might as well think about the future then. But is Luka ready for that?
And here's how you get to that 3 years, right? You go, Kyrie plays this year under his existing contract, and then we've got 2 more years under the Nico window, right? Kyrie opts out and he signs another 2 and 1.
I can promise y'all, I've watched Nico closely enough that Nico is going along with full expectations that Kyrie's going to either do an extension or do a small contract and stay on. But I still guarantee every one of y'all, he's working on a backup plan where if it is time to move on, he's ready. He's prepared to do it. I got faith in him with that.
I believe that, as he should. If you're a free agent, you are able to do whatever you want.
Well, he would need to be fired if he wasn't doing that. I mean, good grief.
Yeah, you should be able to do whatever you want. But I just, like I said, if it's a year, if we can make all those moves happen with all those blocks this year, I'm down. Let's do it. But I don't see a path where we can get that done. Now.
I don't think we can move off Tim Hardaway and Maxi Kleber the same year.
Hold on. Let me throw Kings. Are you saying this is a 2-year process? Because I remember when I said that last summer.
No, I'm not. I'm mad about it again. If that's what you're saying, that's what I'm saying. It sounds like that's what you guys are saying again. It's a 2-year process.
Last year was more bleak, and I suggested that
to be where you want us to be, King, it legitimately might be. I mean, we can compete the way we are right now, just like Stick said. He ain't wrong. But to have the team that you want us to have, King, we might still be a legitimate couple of years away.
So let me take me out of it. What team do you think our superstars want?
That's a different equation.
Do you think they want to wait? Luka will be in his 8th year at that point.
I don't think Luka cares enough one way or another. Now, Kyrie, it might make a difference too.
Ooh, I don't think Luka.
Don't think Luka wants to win.
I think Luka wants to win, but I don't think that's his top priority.
Yeah.
I don't think it matters to him.
Gonna let it wait. Then that's leading up to that next contract.
I think Luka wants. I think if you challenge Luka to a game of pickleball at a bar, Luka would fucking want to win.
I think that hurts him that Boston beat him, that Jason Tatum got one, and Kristaps Porzingis before him.
Yeah, I think so too. I don't think that dude. I think that dude wants to win. Shit, he wants to win every fucking possession.
Yeah,
I mean, we can't even. He wants to win every game.
That's usually why he going to referees and all that stuff, because he want to win.
He's a psychopath. That dude has got something wrong with him. I'm glad he's on our team.
And all of that y'all just said is 100% right. But he's not fixing to turn down $80 million if he didn't agree with it, and he's not in a position to say anything.
Why would he ever have to turn that down?
Yeah, he just accepted a trade.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just saying, y'all acting like you worried about,
if we go 2 years, Richard, so he's going to sign the contract. That's not, exactly. I don't have a fear. It's a new NBA, though. We don't watch the NBA. You don't have to be the last year of your contract to say, I don't want to play no more.
I mean, he ain't over here working out with Kyrie and shit.
He hanging out with the Joker and on the Joker team getting worse. So if they get to a point, both of them saying we just not doing too well.
He hanging out at the Olympics. He ain't over here working out with the team.
He's already. I've literally heard Lucas say, "I love to play with the Joker." I've heard that part. That's all I'm saying. I've literally heard him say that part, so I'd be like, that means he means it if he says it.
My whole point with that little rant there, y'all, was the fact that if you're a Dallas Mavericks fan and not an individual players fan, some players come and go.
You're right.
We might not win a championship with Kyrie. I hope we do, but we got to take steps to get there, and he's going to be part of it.
Usually, Richard, I am all on board with what you just said. Think about that's why I'm saying about the future and the present. It's a little different because we have Luka Doncic. Like the future, usually I'd be like, man, get yourself ready for the future and all that. But you may never get another Luka Doncic. Like you're probably never going to get another Luka.
And
Doncic.
if you try to cheat the system, the basketball gods might not like that.
You're right, but is it really cheating the system if we get Jerami Grant? We're not cheating the system. We will be.
I'm just. You don't want to take shortcuts, though. You got to let the team grow together and not try to, end up at the finish line.
We might build up and be trash. Sorry,
we might.
No shot. No shot to the Hawks. No shot to the Hawks. No shot. But like the Hawks been going through like problems right now for the past few years. They ended up with the first pick and don't even want the first pick they got in the draft with draft picks and all, and they like don't have their player. I'm just like you're never guaranteed to even hit on the draft. So it's like I don't want to let Luka walk away without getting him with that. We have a guy that should win championships. That's how I feel. We have a guy that if he doesn't win championships, I don't care if we get 50 players down the line. I feel like we failed.
What happens if we cap out at like the second round for the next 2 years?
We failed. Like if we don't win a championship with Luka, he goes somewhere else win a championship. That's like Orlando with Shaq. They failed. That's how I feel. You should win with Shaq. You had Shaq and Penny in them. They should have won.
Yeah, they should have won that year.
And then they thought they were going to compete for many more years and all that stuff. But what happened? The Lakers came through and said, "Hey, Shaq."
Because you don't want to look back
pay
on
you
this.
Alonzo Mourning guy. I got you. What's up?
You don't want to look back on 2024 and say we should have won. You don't want to do that.
Hey, I keep going to the OKC Thunder with their picks. They failed. They failed.
No, you won me over to that one.
Yeah.
They're sitting here like, well, technically they haven't failed yet, DV. You're right, because it still could pan out. That's why I asked everybody, at what point are we going to say they failed?
If this run
they could still be waiting for certain people to ask out. Because like if Luka asks out now, they're calling up.
How about this one? If they don't win it in the Shea and Chet era, it's a failure, right?
Yeah,
I think so.
Yeah, for sure. They're about to get super.
If they went from Kevin Durant and them, they went from Shea to Chet and Jalen Williams. This is a failure, right? This definitely got to be a failure because they 2 times you don't have a big three.
If you go from that quality of a team 2 times and you don't at least get 1 ring, that ain't a failure. That's embarrassing.
I don't want to be in that situation.
I got to tell you, Oklahoma City's on a 3-year window too, because they're about to get really expensive. And then there's a bunch of teams like all these old guys, all these OGs that are still in the league getting paid all this huge money. They're all on a 3-year window too. So it's gonna be tough.
And OKC, I already know they're not going to no second apron or nothing like that.
Nope.
So how they gonna pay Shea, Chet, and Jalen Williams?
Same way with the Pelicans. Mama Benson ain't finna pay that money like that. The Benson family never has football or basketball. They ain't finna start now.
Like I said, the only thing that usually changes stuff like that is if you win. Like
but
if you
that
win,
team ain't a winner.
Say they I don't know if they win, and they're gonna be a failure then.
They're starting to listen to offers on marketing.
But they don't intend to move him. Get the hell out of here. Now, they basically said OKC, wink, wink.
Now they're basically saying we want draft picks for next year's draft.
They're saying OKC, wink, wink.
We
Richard.
want multiple
Please
picks in
get him.
next year's
Don't say,
draft.
I hope Danny Ainge isn't stupid enough to put him in the West. Come on, man. Put him in the East. Put him in the East, man.
Y'all just talked about OKC again. If they go all, that ain't even all in. Hold up. So if they go for Larry Marketing, that's not even all in. They wouldn't have to give everything for that. They're gonna give a bunch. They're not gonna give everything.
And oh yeah, they just drafted pretty well this year too.
Yep. Apparently that point guard was meant to go that top 5, but he got injured.
We'll see. It's still potential, but on paper it looked good. If Larry Marketing go over there.
Hold up, that Kyle guy didn't get drafted yet. Philip.
Yeah,
No.
he went to Utah.
No, he went 32, didn't he?
He went to Utah.
Oh, he did. Oh,
Yeah.
damn.
Yeah, hell, we've got all off talking. I don't even know who's left in it anymore.
It's you know what everybody waiting for, Rich.
Yeah,
Yeah,
did you see the
everybody's waiting
report
for
that
Bronny,
Rich
but me,
Poole-
I'm waiting
Rich
for
Poole's calling up
Newton.
teams saying
Yeah,
don't draft Bronny.
You say what?
Rich
I'm
Poole's
waiting
calling
on
up
Newton
teams
and
saying don't
everybody
draft
else.
Why
is
would they
waiting.
care though? Why
Hold on,
does it
Rich
matter?
Paul is telling people not to draft Bronny?
Yeah,
that's a
I
report
sent
going
it in
around
the,
right now.
Hold on.
in the
What
chat.
does
I
that
sent
mean?
it.
Does that mean Bron really gonna leave? What is going on?
See, look, it says Rich Poole is calling teams and telling them not to draft Bronny or he will leave to go to Australia. So he'll be at
What
the
is
league.
What is going on? Like that's what I'm saying. Bro,
He said they'll
He
rather
wants to
take him out
control
the
where
league.
he's going. I mean, if you
Wow.
ain't going to a championship, he don't want to get drafted by some scrub and then have his daddy come and play. LeBron ain't going to no scrub team. Come on, y'all.
if Bronny now the only little curveball of this, the Boston Celtics got the pick before. I seen somebody say this. The pick before the Lakers 54th pick or whatever.
Yeah.
What if Boston says I don't even care about the second round? I'm gonna draft Bronny just to stick it to the Lakers, and if he doesn't play for us, go to Australia. We don't even care. Buy LeBron and your son.
See it happening.
Yeah. So
If Danny Ainge was there, it would happen.
Hell yeah, you're right. Danny Ainge would do something like that.
Wait,
No
why do
doubt
other
about it.
teams care if Rich Paul goes to Australia? I'm confused.
they're saying Bronny
he's
will go
basically
to
he's not gonna
Australia.
play.
Oh,
He's not
Bronny
playing for you
Yeah.
if you draft him.
Oh, okay. I see now.
How
Yeah,
you
it
gonna
ain't
react?
that. It's
If
everybody's
you know
worried
what
the
about
the
Lakers-
matter is, if that's happening right now, like that's ugly on Bronny. I don't know what Bron doing right now, man. That's ugly. And if you go to the Lakers, the basketball guys already messing their team up right now. Their head coach situation and all that. They just a dumpster fire or whatever.
You don't like JJ Redick being their coach?
JJ Redick supposedly been up to some things.
What does that mean?
Some things that back in his past that's been haunting him. And I ain't just talking about that lady that brought up that stuff.
You talking about
Other
the
things.
N-word thing?
Some other stuff other than that.
I heard about that. I don't know.
Look at just look it up. Go to Dreamers Pro. I keep telling you. Let me put the Dreamers Pro.
I like that guy. He knows his shit. I don't always agree with him all the time, but
Yeah,
I
I don't
like
agree
him.
with him either.
Yeah, you know what? He's a hardcore Clippers fan too, so you don't gotta always agree with him. But
Yeah.
Did you guys see the video he made when we were in the series with the Clippers? And he was like, this whole narrative about Luka owning the Clippers, and then we ended up beating them. I went back to his comment section. I was like, who doesn't own the Clippers?
He does stuff not sports related also. Yeah.
Is that report even real though? With Rich
hold on,
Paul?
we don't know if that one's real. It's obvious somebody's hearsay, but this one's real. Oh man, I can't. It's not available. I can't even put it in the chat. Gee, we'll try to put it in Discord.
Well, there's a reason, y'all, that he only went and tried out for 2 people. I mean, LeBron ain't gonna let him just get drafted by the Pelicans, y'all.
If the Lakers
Hold on,
don't
LeBron
draft
doesn't have a
him,
fucking
he's
say
going
about
to
where
the
but
Suns
why
at
are the
56.
Lakers doing this to
Suns
their
got 56.
The Lakers aren't like. It's not like the Shaq and Kobe Lakers or even LeBron and AD when they was winning a championship. Like the Lakers are having trouble. Why the hell would you do that to your organization? There's some extreme Kobe. I remember when Kobe did the whole max contract thing, and everybody was like, "Man, why Kobe get a max?" And I was thinking the same, like, damn, Kobe, you going to destroy these guys at this old age to be getting a max contract? You wild. But like LeBron is literally like saying, screw the team, go get my coach I'm doing a podcast with, go get my son. Like, and I'm a LeBron fan. I'm like,
so what happens if all of this happens and he actually ends up leaving?
Yeah, and his agent was talking wild too. Like, I'd force him to take him at 17. Like, man, I would draft that dude into Sacramento or something like that and tell him to fuck off, you know, and then make them make it. I would not. Hell, I wouldn't give two shits about that. If Rich Paul said don't draft him, and we don't want him to be on a two-way. Like, man, I want to do what's best for my team, my organization, and what Rich Paul or LeBron James or the Lakers want doesn't factor into it.
Well, and it would be one thing, Joe, if LeBron was 25 and you was looking at the next 15 years, but he's 40 years old. You ain't.
He's got illusory power now.
Yeah, you ain't running things no more, man.
I don't want LeBron in Dallas, Big J.
Not if they still doing that stuff, Big J. You say what?
I said I didn't even know any of this stuff happened until he got hired. Like, as soon as somebody gets hired, all their history of events pop up.
Yep, because it's because JJ, they don't feel like, so it was all good until JJ overstepped people. Because you got to think about it. Yeah. JJ really shouldn't be the Lakers coach. Why is he making $8 million as the Lakers coach?
Yeah.
So people got mad, and they're like, "Nah, I'm gonna tell what happened then, because you don't deserve this. You're a dirty dude anyway." It ain't. I'm not saying it's right. I'm just, where there's smoke, there's fire, and JJ has been known now for doing kind of stuff. So it's like, JJ, this not looking good.
I remember he went at Doc Rivers, I think, right? Like a few months ago.
Yeah, I don't understand. I don't even understand why they hired him. I think JJ might do a good job, but I'm like the way JJ has disrespected the old Laker type players and the way that, I'm like, why would you hire JJ Redick?
Yeah, I think it was a LeBron thing.
I'm still mad at him about the Larry Bird comment, so I got to stay out of the conversation.
Come on. I forgot the Toronto Raptors even existed. I'm sorry, Toronto folks. I'm sorry, dear.
Comanche, the center, he's an old school center, but for the right team, I think he'd be good. He's gonna need a year or two to finish, but he's got talent.
He said something about NBA fans in China.
They were doing a commercial about Chinese New Year, and he said a slur while he was doing it, and he just freely said it, and they recorded
in
it.
Chinese?
And he did it. Nah, in English. One of the English slurs for Asian people.
Oh,
and it was like, whoa, what? And then they realized, and he had to do an apology.
He just said it randomly.
They got
is it the word that I'm thinking of?
It's a word start with a C.
Yeah,
yeah.
Yeah. He said that?
He said that, yes.
Way.
It's audio and all that of it, literally.
Oh, no. What the hell? That's crazy. Yo.
When I heard it, I was like, whoa. I did the same thing like you're saying right now. Like, whoa, what? Because I thought the thing was kind of, I know what people do. People make up stuff when you, it's haters. You feel me? Like when you going up, people want to knock you down. It is what it is. But then I started hearing this other stuff, and I'm like, whoa, hold up.
Yeah, but let's be real, y'all. Everybody, might say something out on the street. Worst gonna happen, somebody might whoop your ass. Yep. But when you representing your country, your family, your mama, you ain't finna say no stupid junk like that unless you're very okay with saying it.
Ask Donald Sterling, ask the Suns owner. But then they got emails as well about JJ Redick that he supposedly be sending where he freely just say stuff to his friends and all that stuff, and ex-girlfriends and all that. So I don't know. I'm just saying I see smoke.
They drafted his brother. That's wild.
It's like that one commentator that said
about
Russell Westbrook.
Yep. We got. I remember it's been a whole bunch of stuff, man. Like I say, I understand that some stuff. Like I said, I don't even know if what JJ did is real, and like I said, it's just smoke. That's all I'm saying.
I didn't even know that was like a saying until he said it. That commentator on Westbrook, like I didn't even know that was a thing. Because when he first said, I was like, "This is real." Like that's a saying.
Man, the thing is that it's America, man. I don't want to get political and all that stuff, but at some point, you old enough to understand. It's like you're on a professional thing. You should come on, man. Like myself and Rel sit here and do a professional show, and we know what words you shouldn't do and you should say when we sitting there doing it in the professional mode. And it's like,
ooh, nice.
You should know that.
Yeah, I don't know why he dropped the F-bomb in that press conference. I felt like
they say that's what he does, Joe. They say he's an undercover dick. Sorry.
You know, I mean, you can look at Jay Redick and tell he's kind of a pin 15, you know.
That's funny though. I wonder if he can be better than his brother. His brother was undrafted, right?
No, he's on the Lakers.
I know, but was he undrafted or the second round?
No, I think they were both second round.
Both second round, okay. I don't know, Gina Kim. I don't think he's getting past the Lakers.
Exactly, and if for whatever reason he gets past the Lakers, he's going to the Suns. The Suns have got 56.
Yeah, if he gets past
those are the
Lakers
two teams
and
he
the
worked out
Suns,
for.
I'm telling y'all, I'm not saying I want it to happen, Big J. I'm just telling you, if he gets past the Lakers and the Suns somehow, I might be betting my house on Bronny coming to the Dallas Mavericks, man. That's
Look at King throwing gas on a fire here.
I don't think he's getting past the Lakers and the Suns, yo. But I'm just saying, if he does, I think.
Hey, can I spread some JJ Redick hate?
Go
We
ahead.
were like,
TGK.
he lame as hell, dog. I've always not liked the old man in the three. I think that podcast is lame as hell. I think he lame as hell in general. I think he talks and talks and talks until he thinks he's making a point and he doesn't make a point. That's all he is, bro. Oh, court mapping. Oh, shoot a three. Oh, this and that. And then the other guys he got on his channel, bro, they are not entertaining. All they do is talk until they think they made a point. And that's it, bro.
Wait a second. Wait, hold on. You're saying that you think somebody that goes talk until they make a point eventually is bad, and then you got Sticks on your show with you all the time?
Hey,
see,
hold on. That's what Rel would do. That's what Rel would do.
I'm just making jokes.
Let me respond.
I like having Sticks on your show. I'm just making jokes, dude. All right.
Oh, I was about to say, at least Sticks is entertaining.
Yeah,
that's the thing.
I actually like that. I just
that's why I'm telling you gotta have your Skip Bayless or Keyshawn Johnson's now, or like Larry's. And that's not even saying Larry Point's always wrong, but like Johnny B, you gotta have your villain on your show. Man. You gotta have him.
I actually secretly like Sticks a lot. I just like giving him shit. Anytime I can make a joke at his expense, it's gotta be made.
Oh yeah. Give him shit all the time.
But they
give him shit all the time.
I love all their opinions, man. Like Div, all that, man. Like I just understand the way. I know if I say anything good about the Mavericks, Div will wait. Div got to watch it happen and then say, "Oh man, that was didn't expect that one." But then when it is happening, when you're going through it, he's like, "We're not going to get that." Like off season, there's no way we're getting anybody. The trade deadline, there's no way we're getting anybody. No way. Come on, it's Nico, man. He's a shoe salesman and all that. Oh, Nico, freaking Nico, man. My guy, Div, where are you? Gee.
Jason Kidd should go to his offense and tell him enough is enough, Nico.
Yeah. We need somebody to freaking go with their knees.
Somebody needs to punch him in his mouth.
Yeah. That's my guy. Man. Like I know I know that personality though. Like we need that. We know when Div comes in, he's gonna be like a WrestleMania event, ready to cut a promo. You feel me? I'm like, all right, Div. And you know, when Maxie Cleaver is ever like talked about, here come Richard. Richard went off that one time on Maxie. Man, I'm tired of everybody. We're done talking about Maxie Cleaver. I'm like, Richard, chill.
Now, let me make this last point about JJ, man. The Dunker Spot, the Dunker Spot podcast, they boring. It's a lot of slow talking, nothing. You know, JJ, his mind the game, like episode 1 was cool, but after that it was like, all right, we get it. You're pompous, you know, like. This is all just Lakers hate that I'm talking, so I just don't want to see them succeed. So you know what I'm saying? Like, F the Lakers, F JJ Redick, F the whole organization, Dallas Mavericks all day.
You like numbers on the board?
Who's that? I forgot.
Kenny Beecham and what's the dude? Pee Wee, the plug and all that.
They're better. Because Kenny actually he actually knows more. You know what I'm saying? Like I feel like
they got personality. They brothers.
Yeah,
personality. I don't always agree with them. Like Pee Wee was hating on Luka for a while and all that, but I can tell they watch their teams and all that. You feel me? Like they know ball. That's how I feel. Like I may not agree, but they know, and they don't have no like issue. I don't have no issues with them. I like their stuff.
And my biggest problem with JJ's Redick's podcast, it's all year it was about the Celtics. It was about Derek White should be an all-star and this and that. I'm like, all right, bro, I get it. You East Coast, like, cool, we get it. Like, you should be unbiased and talk about everybody evenly, but you didn't. You know, that is what it is.
My man JJ Redick said everybody from the Lakers organization back in the day were plumbers.
Jerry West, right? Yeah.
Jerry West hated JJ Redick. Why is JJ Redick there?
And why are Laker fans not calling it out? But they were quick to call out LeBron for joining them because of Kobe. They're like, no, Kobe's our legend, but LeBron, he's got to win like 5. But yeah, JJ could just go over there and
JJ was like
legend.
Baylor and all them was trash back in the day.
JJ could diss your legend. JJ could diss the logo and y'all accept them. Like, all right. Laker fans ain't the same no more, man.
They not.
Today's Lakers fans ain't yesterday's.
They've changed since LeBron, man. They were forced to like LeBron. I think Magic, because remember, they were booing LeBron when he first got there. Don't forget, when he first got to the Lakers, they were booing when he's about to break Kobe records and all that stuff. He didn't want to get records done. He pushed this, 30,000 points of going past Kobe out of the LA. Like he kind of like made it so he didn't get his points. So he was in Philadelphia when it happened. They even destroyed his murals and all that when he went to LA.
Yup. Well, where's the hate now? You know, where's the hate now?
Hey man, it's different. I
thought they weren't like us. They not like us. You know. I'm about to log off and tune in. I'm gonna drive home, but hopefully we get Bronny now at this point, right?
Hey man, I want to get Bronny just for for us to have something to talk about. Like that's why I'm like, let's go get Bronny so I can talk about something.
I'd rather have Newton and win.
Let's do it. If Newton's the guy that makes us win, Richard, I believe you because you were one of the folks that said lively. So let's get him.
Is this Brandon Ingram's brother?
I think they're related, but I don't think it's his brother.
Let's get Bronny and force LeBron over here. All right, I'm out.
Gina Kim, I think Kid would try to play Bronny because Bronny is a kid type of player. Now, I don't know if it'll work. He may actually be where if Bronny is trash, he may try to force feed us. Pause.
Well, everybody I was interested in the draft has already been taken, except for Newton. He's the last one on the board.
And he's a guard?
He's a 6-foot useless guard, but he's better than what we got on the team, are just as good, and he's a whole lot cheaper.
Y'all know who we should have never got rid of? I keep thinking this in my head, and I'm like, nobody talks about this. We should have never got rid of Carlik Jones, man. Carlik, nice. Carlik, was G League MVP and all that.
Shut up, crap. Christian Wood over Maxey.
Oh, we definitely should have done that. We had Christian Wood last year. Nah, I'm not talking about that. What are you doing? I'm not supposed to talk that anymore.
We lost the finals.
They just
Wood, man.
That's over. We
just
can't
traded
argue about that
Jackson.
because we got PJ Washington and all that stuff. It's done.
Yo.
And Daniel Gafford and all. But if we had him last year, though, bro, if we had Christian Wood last year as that third guy that can create,
they ain't got no backup point guard now either. Wow, they're selling hard. Nuggets just got rid of Reggie Jackson.
Would y'all take Reggie Jackson?
He's in Charlotte now.
Oh, they traded him. I thought you meant he cut him.
No, they're gonna cut him more. They traded him.
Where y'all
salary down for a few seconds.
What are the Nuggets doing? Because they about to sign. They about to sign. What's his name to an extension? I just saw Jamal
Murray.
So now they had to get everybody back under the payroll.
What is their team though?
Drafted players and
I heard
Joker
they were going to be so
Murray.
nice again next year in the cream of the crop.
Well, they
got a couple years.
They think Murray and the Joker can make anybody better. Apparently,
yeah. Murray going to break down eventually.
Yeah, that fraud.
Murray showed me enough time. He's a pattern player too. He breaks down.
He gonna miss 20 games a year.
Yeah, and he's probably gonna miss the playoffs. The only time he didn't.
That new salary cap, tier system's coming into play. I told y'all these teams wasn't gonna be. It was gonna be players moving. People wasn't realizing.
But
can't afford these teams.
My only thing, Richard, I just thought that like Denver was gonna go all in. I guess they don't think their team a championship level team, or do they? Because they about to give Jamal Murray a max. I'm so confused.
It don't matter if you can't. They can't pay it. Everybody can't be like the damn Warriors and play $500 million a year to win a championship, man. They're in it to make money.
I agree with you, Richard. But what are they going to do? That's my thing. I'm just saying, what is Denver going to do now? They're going to sign their player back, so they're just going to have the 3 guys and nothing else.
And new draft picks and vet minimums.
Damn.
Welcome to extreme salaries.
Reggie Jackson was only 3 second-round picks.
I wouldn't be surprised if they trade MPJ soon.
It's what they're gonna get back. You think they just collecting draft picks though? Then they just done.
I think they've been trying to trade him. He's their Tim Hardaway.
How you got the best player in the league and you rebuilding or retooling?
They ain't retooling. They rebuilding.
How you got the best player in the league and you rebuilding?
Yeah.
You said MPJ is like THJ?
Yeah, don't nobody want him, dude.
That's a major con. When does it expire?
2 more years.
Damn.
Yeah, I think he's got 2 full more years. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, he was same contract as Luka, right? And Luka got 2 more years, correct?
No, he opted in for his last year. I think it's 1 year. He just opted in.
So it's 1 more after?
1 more this year.
Okay, so this is the last one. This is last year. Because I thought he got his contract the same year as Luka got his.
No, he just opted in for his $5 million. So because I originally, whenever I read it, I thought it was MPJ, right? That I was reading about.
MPJ got a max.
Yeah, he's a 35, $40 million player.
I think he's 30 something. Yeah, MPJ a max. Back when it was a max back then. Yeah, because Luka got what? Luka had 42, right? When he got his contract, so he's about 30 something. Because he wasn't eligible for the full max, the super max.
No. Shit.
They gave that man a max. That's why I was like, I couldn't believe it. I'm like, that's gonna be the downfall of their team, giving MPJ that max.
I'm showing Michael Porter Jr. with next year coming up that we're starting at 35, next year 38, at an option of 40.8.
Same as Luka. I knew it. Dang. No, I don't want that contract.
Yeah, no, they can't get rid of it.
No, I don't want that.
That's why they're having to cut these other players, just like Minnesota. When they find out they can't trade Cat, they're gonna be dropping players too. Welcome to the world we've been talking about. You ready to get that player, Nico?
Is Grant even like an option still?
He's an option. They're just saying they're playing hardball.
They said they're charging high, whatever that means.
And we don't have enough. So you know what that means. I mean, we hear that all the time. That don't mean they're done. It's just they're trying to. It's something that the Mavericks are not presenting or not guaranteeing them that they want to be guaranteed, probably, or other teams.
What do you guys think they offered them that they said no to?
I think they offered them the two players. I think Josh Green and Tim Hardaway Jr. I don't think they offered them all out picks.
Do you think they offered Maxey?
Probably so. They probably didn't want Maxey. It probably came down like the Tim Hardaway and Josh Green, but they probably didn't give enough picks or whatever.
Well, I don't know about that, Key. They picked up 3 guards in the second round. They might not want Josh Green. They was already guard heavy.
I don't think they want Maxey Kleber. Do you think they want Maxey?
No, I don't.
Maybe over Josh.
I just think we don't have nothing they want.
I think they want the draft picks. I think the draft picks is what it is. That's what I'm saying. Like, they just want to get picks. They don't care about these players we giving to them. They want to get as many picks as they can.
They don't want that ending contract.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I think they'll take the expiring contract, and then they don't care about Josh Green. He can't be there. May have to trade him, whatever happens, but they want the picks.
Well, let me ask y'all this. Is any other team out there even, I mean, are we the only team looking at Grant?
Supposedly the Lakers are too.
Okay, because I hadn't heard any rumors or nothing. I didn't know.
Yeah, supposedly LeBron and AD are saying they want to go for Jerami Grant.
Interesting.
Yeah, that is.
Shout out to Lakers Fast Break and Empire Jeff. Empire Jeff definitely put out a tweet talking about the Portland Trail.
Yeah, Lakers need a third guy too. Mm-hmm. They're kind of like in our situation.
What up, Damon? I know you were pissed. Well, you pretend like you weren't pissed. I know you said screw Sar. I gotta disagree with you on one thing, Damon. Like, yeah, F him, all that. You right. You should have drafted him though and then traded him though. You can't not trade. You cannot allow that, man. You have to draft him and then use him for a trade. Trade him to somebody else that want him or whatever. You can't go get somebody else that's not the best player. Y'all were talking about y'all number 1 pick may go to the G League and all that. I'm like, bro, if y'all number 1 pick go to the G League, that's one of the most. You talking about Trae Young, Damon?
Yeah, that's crazy.
I hope, man. Is he going to be number 1 pick, Gucci, though? Is he going to be the best player in this draft?
I hope for his sake he has a good rookie season. I hope.
Right, it's going to be a long year in Atlanta if it ain't.
It's going to be nasty if he has a bad rookie season.
He can't have a bad rookie season.
Yeah, if he has a bad rookie season, he's going to be a bust. Nobody's going to want him.
But I think he going to have a bunch of people thinking that he probably going to be a bust. This is the way this draft is. That's why you had to pick Sar if he was the best talent. This ain't a draft where it's like Kevin Durant and supposedly Greg Oden at the top and Greg Oden gets injured or whatever. This was a draft where it was supposedly nobody. So the best athlete was supposed to be Sar.
I don't know how it works, King, but I mean, if the man says he ain't coming there,
he wouldn't have had to come to Atlanta. I'd have still drafted him and then traded him.
To who?
Did you hear what he was saying?
Anybody, it don't matter. I think
interviews he was saying, I didn't say I don't want to try out there. I just don't need to work out for them. They've seen me work.
Even if they drafted,
he wouldn't have got further down the board after number 2.
Definitely an interesting position for sure.
If anything, they should have drafted a kid with like a bigger name because I didn't even know who this kid was until last night. If I'm being honest.
Indiana has made 5 picks, y'all, in this draft.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Indiana didn't have no first round picks, did they?
Yo, can you hear me, King?
Yeah. They had
Yeah, I hear
two.
you, Demar.
Yeah, we hear you.
No, they didn't have any first round picks.
Hey, I mean, I feel you what you said that you take them and try to trade them, but the top of the draft was so weak. I mean, is it really worth taking a risk drafting this guy? And then what's your return on a trade for him?
I mean, I'm just thinking. The only thing I'm thinking is Andrew Wiggins. You feel me? Andrew Wiggins with the Cleveland Cavaliers, like they made a move. I just, no matter what, like I feel like you could have got somebody serviceable, even if this pick is phony. Y'all probably could have got somebody with your number one pick that's maybe as good as your number one pick in the league. With your number one pick?
Like imagine,
I mean, but who said
you called up New Orleans?
Who says Sarr is light years better than Ricochet?
I'm not. Hold on. I'm not saying he is, but I'm saying I think to most of the people, they think that Sarr is. So I'd have grabbed him without anybody knowing and just traded him away, where they never would have known. It wouldn't have been my business either way. Like Andrew Wiggins is not Cleveland's fault. They drafted him, but they gave him away to Minnesota for Kevin Love. So,
well, but their situation different. You had LeBron James, and Wiggins was the consensus number one, and you got an All NBA player in return. But that's due to LeBron James going back to Cleveland. If LeBron never goes back to Cleveland, they keep Wiggins.
You're right, and then it probably don't work out with Kyrie.
But for us, what Ricochet does, he allows us to play. He allows us flexibility. You could play him at the 2. We could play him at the 3 and not make a move for a small forward in Brandon Ingram. You could keep Murray because that Murray was going to be a piece for the Brandon Ingram move. But I mean, Ricochet pick. Listen, 6'10", can shoot the ball. That's what we need right now. Our 3-point shooting was horrible last year. He gives us instant offense now. He only 19. I don't expect him to come in and change the game for us the first year. For us, there's no rookie in this draft class that was going to change the direction of our franchise. We need proven NBA talent to do that. I was advocating for Sarr, so I don't want nobody to think I was team Ricochet this whole time. I was team Sarr. But I'm gonna tell you this real quick, King. When I saw that interview that he gave the other day before the draft, when he says, well, first when Landry went on the radio and he just put it out there, he said, we sent him an invitation to work out and he declined. But he worked out for Washington. Right then, that let me know that, he don't F with us. You feel me?
I'll give you another example, Demar.
Go ahead.
Markelle Fultz. Boston had Markelle Fultz.
Mm-hmm.
And they said, if you want him as number 2, we want Jason Tatum. So we'll trade him to you and get more for him. Y'all could have got Sarr and traded him to Washington.
But this is the thing. Washington was content with either one.
You don't think anybody else would have took him though?
Not for no king's ransom.
It only got to be a king's ransom. You don't think you could have got maybe one more back, another draft pick?
We don't need another pick, King. What we need is proven NBA talent. That's what we need, right?
I just know my feelings on that number 1 pick. When I get a number 1 pick, like Sarr has some things I see like in Lively a little bit, like some things. And I'm like, if he plays with a point guard, like Trae Young can get him buckets where he's damn near an all-star if y'all got enough wins based off of Sarr being there as your number 1 pick.
Play the 5 too.
That's a different situation you got to deal with. I know. But as far as your current guy, what do you think his peak is being your number 1 pick? That's what I'm saying.
But this is the thing, King. His agent pushed him away from Atlanta. This is what I believe happened. I believe the day we got that number 1 pick, I believe his agent called and told the Hawks, listen, my guy, we see him as a 4. He wants to play the 4. Our 4 spot is taken by a way better player than Jalen Johnson. So that's a no-go. So I believe that Landry Fields probably told him, listen, we like Sarr, we want him, but he will have to play the 5 for us at least for a year minimum. Because then if Jalen Johnson develops a consistent jumper, then you can think about moving him to the small forward spot. But we don't know how good his jumper going to be this year. So
do you think y'all have the best player in the draft?
I'm satisfied. Because at the end of the day, what do we know? We all know it don't matter what any so-called draft experts say. One, they're not 100% correct, and two, we do know that the draft, no matter what position you draft him in, is still a crapshoot. You hope said player develop into what you think your guys said he's going to be.
But you want to go into the season with the number 1 pick, thinking you got the best player in the draft, though, right?
I mean, hey, I'm gonna tell you like
even
this.
Portland Trailblazers thought they had the number 1 pick with Greg Oden, the better player in the draft, right?
By next week, I'm gonna have my Ricochet jersey on. That's gonna tell you what I think.
Okay, all right.
I'm gonna have my Ricochet jersey on, and I believe that this is me personally. I don't need him to be the best player. What I need him to do is to contribute to winning. That's our problem. I'm at the point as a fan. I don't care if he's an MVP talent if we not winning games. I'm about wins now.
So you want to get over the hump with the same team, basically.
What's up?
You want to get over the hump with the same team, basically, just make them better.
But no, because we need improvement at the 5 spot. That's why on Twitter I'm pushing that Ayton to the A once again. I want us to go get Ayton. He should be available.
Look for y'all if y'all get him.
Portland just grabbed 2 centers, Klingon, and then they drafted the center in the 2nd round. I believe Ayton is available. I think we could get him around a deal involving Clint Capella since they basically rebuilding, and Clint is an expiring contract. And they could trade. We could put a package with Clint Capella. They could take Clint, $22 million expiring, even if they don't want him the whole year. What if a contender's bid go down? Mm-hmm. Boom, trade deadline. They could offload Capella at the trade deadline and get a pick in return.
Would you take Robert Williams?
We really need a bid that could stretch the floor. Robert Williams, he not 7 feet though, is he?
Nah, I think he's like 6'10".
Nah. I mean, bro, if you look at the Hawks, we always undersized in positions, especially the big. Clint Capella only 6'10". Okongwu is 6'8". If that. I would like to have a legit 7-footer. That's why I want Ayton. And then Sarr, good guy. Do I see him as a 5? He could probably play the 5 right now. Not against your premier guys, though. Not against Embiid. Embiid gonna cook him because he's too light. But I mean, guys like Jokic, we're not y'all, so we only see Jokic twice a year, and we only see a guy like AD twice a year. But now you got Miami with they got a bid. They got Ware. Can Sarr guard Ware? Probably not. He too light. Maybe that's why he don't want to play the 5. I mean, listen.
Well, we got someone.
You still gotta have relationship. I can't sit here in front. You still gotta have a relationship with these agents in these agencies, right? What if that agent told Landry Fields, "Hey man, listen, you take my client. I'm gonna make sure we redirect people from the Hawks. We already have trouble getting free agents now."
Yeah, I wouldn't have picked him to play him. I'd have picked him just to because I believe he was like most people had a consensus number 1 was him, just to have the number 1 and then have trade value to trade him.
But at the end of the day, and that's what I was saying about Washington, because at first that's what I was saying on Twitter, but then I was in some Wizard spaces and stuff, and they was like, you know what? Hey, if they take Sarr, we good with Richard Say. So if I'm the Wizards and you take a guy that I want, but I'm content with my second choice, I'm not offering you nothing for the guy.
How far down you think you got?
Hey, I'll give you Ricochet, and that's about it. I ain't giving you nothing else because we good with the guy that we have now.
How far down you think you'd have got though before a team would have said? You think every other team would have said no to?
Yeah,
like 3rd pick, 4th pick, 5th pick.
Because think about it, King. They all said the draft was mid, the talent was mid, right? Maybe
They said They did say the best player in this draft though will be like Derek Lively. I think they were trying to say Sarr is that, and if Derek Lively your best player in the draft, man.
Lively is a 5. He's a 5. Sarr don't want to play the 5.
Sarr gonna play the 5 though. He gonna play.
So he's basically Evan Mobley.
Evan Mobley. That's what they projected him to be, an Evan Mobley Triple J type archetype.
Isn't he taller than Mobley though?
He without shoes.
7'1", right?
No, he's 6'10" without shoes.
Woo.
Okay.
7 feet, almost 7'1" with shoes.
All right,
so
7'1".
I mean, I'm content with Richard say, man. I'm just, with the Hawks. I'm just worried about who are we gonna add in free agency to show that we trying to compete. We trying to do something.
Does this mean y'all trading Trey?
Fuck no. We ain't trading that motherfucker. Unless he walking out office and ask for a trade, he ain't never leaving Atlanta Hawks.
How many years y'all got to compete?
I said 3. Nope. Let me change that 2. Because Trey got 3 years left on the deal. He probably will ask out year 1, maybe 2. So I think we got about 2 years before he said, you know what? Hey, I need to be moved on. But that's on the front office. Because if he asked to be traded, I don't blame him. Owner don't spend no money.
You don't think he get fed up seeing Luka go to the finals?
Huh?
You don't think he get fed up sooner seeing Luka go to the finals?
No, I think he fed up because look, he ain't played with a Kyrie. He ain't played with a Porzingis.
That's what I'm saying. You think he gives y'all 3 years based off of that?
2, because he's the one that pushed for the Murray move. So,
True.
like I be telling Hawks fans, if I'm in the front office, I'm telling Trey, you need to give me another year, pimp. You co-signed this move. You wanted us to get this guy.
Yeah, I saw we got we just traded. What's the trade? We traded up to the 51st
we don't know
pick to get what's his name? Melvin. What is it?
It's from France, apparently.
Ainka.
Yeah, people are looking it up. Don't nobody know anything about him.
54% for 3.68. Oh, gee. Hold up.
Yeah, I mean,
7 attempts a game. What?
He's a shock to all of us.
What size is it? You said 6'8". What? Pause.
6'8".
What's his, you know his weight? Anybody?
Nope.
Gee.
214 pounds.
214,
I mean, he might be good, y'all.
Say 54%. That might be the other half of OMAX.
Might be the real shooter we need.
3-point attempts a game was 7.75. 3-point
almost 8 attempts a game. He shot. That means he made over 4 attempts a game.
We might have a shooter, y'all.
I'm not seeing. Where's the reports? I need to know this trade. Where's the reports?
I want to know what we gave up. If it was just
probably
money
58 and is it 58 and a couple seconds?
No, we probably bought in. You probably just bought it from him.
We may have. That's what I'm saying. It may just be money.
There's already a fucking video.
There's already a video on him.
Yeah, Latte just put it in the.
Hey, I'm willing to check it out. I don't know a damn thing about this cat, and I know
he looks like he can dribble a little bit.
I want to see he got dribbled. I mean, I want to see his catch and shoot though. Can he just catch the ball and just raise and shoot? That'll be awesome. If he don't gotta like be set, if he can just move and catch the ball and shoot, kind of like what we wanted Bertans to do.
Ooh, okay.
Hey, so who y'all targeting?
We might have got somebody, DB.
Nobody. We didn't know who we were targeting. We just got, for some reason, we just traded and we got New York's 51st pick. We had the 58th pick, I want to say.
Looks like he can create his own shot.
Well,
he can definitely create his own shot.
Be happy.
At 6'8". They said they had him on their board at 33. Nico.
That's crazy.
Well, I ain't seen everybody.
That's the same thing he did with Jaden Hardy
in a long time, y'all.
He's nice, yo.
Yeah, I might.
At least in these clips.
I mean, it's highlights and all, but if he's him, if he can 6'8", do some things.
You can't fluke 52% from the three.
No, that part, yes.
That's crazy.
When you saying he's nice, it sounds like I got to see his highlights. You sound like you say he does more than that.
He could dribble. It looks like he could create his own shot. At least from these clips, it looks like it.
Yeah, he's attacking the rim.
Hey, it's a plus right there.
He got some pull-up threes. Step back threes. He's athletic, it looks like.
Ooh. Stop, yo. Chill.
Hell, man, we might have got our solution to our problem right there, y'all.
He looks like Jerami Grant with the hair and everything.
Man, 20
Yo.
from France. And this dude was born right after I graduated high school. Jeez.
Hey, man, he's 20 years old. I'm on board.
Jeez.
Let's give him a
His
chance.
shot looks a little weird. Like he fades his arm.
That's what I'm saying. I need to see. Is it like a weird? I gotta see.
It's smooth, but you'll see when you see it.
Well, that's your only pick. Put it on the damn screen. We can all watch it.
Like fades to the
I don't know.
right.
I gotta find. I don't know if we got rid of the other pick. Is it official?
Lakers got Bronny.
got him? Yep. They picked Boston. Picked their guy. Let's see. Here it is. Man, what if they don't pick him though? They gonna pick him.
The reports are coming up.
Bro,
Maybe
the Lakers
people
gonna be
are
on
ahead.
every damn channel all year, man.
Hey King, did you hear that the Lakers Clutch was telling teams don't take Bronny?
Yeah, I don't like that. It is what it is. Look at them doing their research. What are they doing? Rob Pelinka gonna say no, man. He gonna say I'm not. JJ not in the room. They not gonna pick Bronny.
He's right next to him.
Oh, he right there. Okay, with the hat on.
Yeah.
No, they call him Bronny. They already sold him.
That is JJ, right?
Yeah, that's JJ. I talk about the tattoo.
Oh, his birthday was yesterday. Okay, basically 19.
They said, all right. I mean, there you go. They say comparable to Reggie Bullock, man. Like,
I don't know.
Pump the
Reggie
brakes
Bullock
a
wasn't
little
putting
bit.
the ball on the ground and dunking on people in these clips. And Reggie Bullock wasn't 6'8".
Reggie Bullock. I'm like, all right.
You had me up until then.
He said Reggie. I'm like, all right. I can understand. Reggie Bullock, when he was at his best for our team, was a good player. If he's a Reggie Bullock, I'm fine.
Isn't Reggie only like 6'4", 6'5"?
6'5", I think.
Yeah, Frank, I am.
He's got like 3-4 inches on him. Did you watch the video?
I'm reading the chat, Frank. You say Lakers got Bronny. That's what I'm saying. It's done. All right, I'm gonna go search for that. If the Lakers got him, it's a wrap. I don't even need to see it.
You heard, King? Did you watch that
That's
video?
what Frank just said. Lakers got him.
Yeah. All the reports are coming out. That's what I was saying. People, I think the stream might be a bit behind.
Yeah,
but it looks like on Twitter, everyone's seen it already.
6'7". Okay.
Yeah, he's 6'7" and a quarter without shoes. Okay, 6'7". His wingspan a little weak though.
Hey, look, I'm optimistic. From
I don't think he's gonna be good defensively. That's probably what it's gonna be.
Maxie ain't either.
I'm not disagreeing with you, Richard. I'm just saying.
These
dudes when they drafted Bronny James and they did it.
All he got to do is be better than Maxie. That's all. And asking a lot.
JJ Redick and Bronny James, yo, they literally doing whatever LeBron does. The Lakers cannot let stars go. The only one they've ever let go is Shaq, and that's because of Kobe. They will never let a guy go. They gotta like ride out in the into the sunset with him. Yeah, Bronny not going to the G League. They already said that. So the season going to be this a wash season. I think it may be done. It's just the LeBron might retire this last season.
That's it.
That's it.
I can't be a Mavs fan anymore. We traded up and we didn't get Bronny. It's not acceptable.
This might be LeBron's last year though.
King, do the Lakers have their first round pick next year?
I'm not sure.
Next year's a tremendous draft. This would be, if they own their own pick, this would be a farewell tour.
That's what I said. This might be a farewell tour.
Because
he wanted to play with Bronny. Bronny's not going to play. Bronny's not going to play in the G League. They already said that, right? So that's done. So he's on the roster.
Pelicans swapped the pick. So they have the Lakers 2025 pick.
He's
and
going
they
to play
gave
with
the Lakers a
Bron,
pick
and
this
they're
year.
going to be on TV all next year. You're going to see a bunch of games with them playing together. So, and I don't think it's going to make the Lakers like championship or nothing like that. So this might be farewell for
top
LeBron.
10 pick. They'll get a top 10 pick next year.
It's like everybody will see him on TV with his son, and it'll be his last time playing in each stadium.
So an old retired guy should be retired, and a crappy son playing together.
It's just to get him on the Lakers and say I'm done. Do what you do.
Quality TV. Quality.
Hey, it may not be quality TV, but people gonna watch it.
It'll draw ratings.
So people gonna watch it, man. So it might be a farewell tour, especially if it's LeBron's farewell tour. If he does say that, the Lakers gonna be on every one of their games. Gonna be on TV.
He's done. This will be.
That's what I'm saying. The way it's looking, they went ahead and did this. Got the JJ Redick. It's looking like it may be close to farewell.
So should we just rename the Lakers to the LeBron?
Yes, basically.
No, he's gonna have the team. He gonna have the team sticks in Las Vegas.
But he's saying he's signing what? They give him 3 more years. They saying they may give to him. He might do 2 more years. If he does a 1-1 for some reason, then I'm saying this might be his last year.
So we picked a sniper from France. That's what we picked.
Yeah.
He's like he's built like OMAX, just like a shorter wingspan.
That's what I'm saying. I think he's gonna be the offensive version of OMAX at the 3-point line, I should say. The 3-point shooting OMAX.
Did you watch that video yet or not? He has
I didn't get a
where
chance
he's dribbling. He has like
bring it up. Hold up.
He got some step back threes in him, some driving.
So you're saying Maxey never playing again? Is that what we heard?
I hope not.
I ain't that lucky.
You could play them together if anything.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They can basically, if they both 6'8" guys, it depends on how good he is defensively. That's what he got a short wingspan. It's not short, but
it's that's not short.
The same as his height.
Yeah.
See what I told you, Big J? I ain't that lucky.
We need to get rid of Maxey, and then we can go ahead. Keep it moving.
Yo,
they talking about them playing together.
I heard they were trying to get rid of Maxey.
If we can get rid of Maxey and then have OMAX and this guy come off the bench instead of Maxey, that would be crazy.
Wait. I got told earlier we can't be excited about projections because we don't know how good they're going to be. What the hell's going on now?
We're not. I don't think anybody's saying these moves will make us a champion. We just talking about what we got on the team, Sticks.
Well, no, I said not playing Maxey and THJ would make us a champion.
You say what, Big J? I'm sorry, Big J saying we're a champion.
No, I said not playing Maxey and THJ in the finals would have made us a champion.
See, BJ and I agree.
I don't know. I can't disagree with him on that.
I don't think that's it.
We lost those minutes every time they put them in. We lost those minutes.
That's a fact.
We did. But they won all of it as KP played. And then
you take game 3, King, and when Luka went out, if you put Exum in instead of him, I bet we make that comeback.
Maybe not, man.
And every time they put Maxey in, the first game Maxey went for like 19 minutes, and in those 19 minutes, they ran all over us.
Yeah,
then they brought him in at other games and ran all over us on Maxey. Every run they did, Maxey was in the game or THJ was in the game.
That's why he called layup line Maxey.
You are right about that. My only thing is, when Kyrie's out there by himself, it's difficult. It was already difficult from the door with Luka. It's difficult for him to get a bucket. It's just about getting.
But how do you have Exum go up there and we're like, man, Exum sucks. He's been sucking. Exum comes in the game and literally just goes right down the lane and dunks all over him.
And I'm not disagreeing with you. You should have had Exum in there, and you may have had a chance, is what I'm saying. I'm just saying I'm not going to go to we would have.
No, I know what I'm saying. But my point on that is that made me more mad at why I'm done with Kid again, because the fact that Exum goes and does that and gives us that spark, and then Kid goes, you know what? You're not going to play the rest of the game. What the hell are you doing, Jason Kidd?
That's foolish. You're right.
It tells your team that if you perform when you get your chance, what do they say? Always be ready. Well, he was always ready, and then you penalized him for it, just like you did Hardy every time he came in and played hard.
That's we down here saying he said Exum was too scared and it might work 2 times, but the Celtics defense adapted fast.
let's not be naive. Like I said, I don't. Exum did look good that game, but I don't know if he comes doing it. Like it would have been a better idea. I do agree with Sticks and that. Yes,
It's
I would have
never a
definitely
good
did that.
idea to go with
Maxie and
White,
Tim.
Kenny.
Yes, there you go. It's never a good idea to do that one. I don't know if we still win, but it would have been a better idea. I do agree with that one, 100%. Maybe we shoot 22% from 3 at that point. You feel me?
Yeah. Here's what I go off. Could it have gotten any worse?
No, it could not have. No. But hold on. Let me put this guy's highlights on. Hold on. They got like entire highlights, just NBA draft highlights.
I tell you what, y'all, there's a few decent players that didn't get drafted too.
This whole draft was not good. This was supposed to be a really bad draft. That's why people aren't getting drafted.
Can y'all see that?
Yeah, no, I mean, they no stars for sure, but there's some decent role players in here, Sticks. Role players.
If we're talking about in a draft having good role players, it's definitely a bad draft. Come on.
Fair enough.
Okay, catching lobs. Okay. Reggie Bullock never did that.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, 52% from 3 is nuts.
I'm trying to look at his shot, though. Oh, that's a midi. That's a midi.
Yeah.
Hold on.
TJ would have airballed that.
Snatch backs? He left-handed, too? Did I see that right?
Looks like it.
So we're not done with the 90s?
Oh, we got pin downs for him.
Hold on, he left-handed, too?
Pin down screens for him.
I don't hate him when they're on your team.
I mean, it's highlights, but I mean, at least
I don't hate him. It's difficult for other players to play him because they unorthodox. But when they're on your team, that's an advantage. Like Manu Ginobili, they would forget to play him to his right. It's like, bro, he's left-handed.
Yeah, he's shooting off that corner 3 too. Like that's just.
I got to see it.
Yeah, look
Where
at
does
that.
he shoot? Does he shoot from his hip though? Does he bring it from his hip?
I can't see.
Let me see. Yeah, he comes up from his hip.
It's above his head though.
Yeah, he shoots well above his head.
Does he bring every shot? Oh no. He's above his head.
No, he's
okay.
in mid right there. He kept his arms up. Yeah. He didn't go too low. Yep.
He brings that 3 down though. Every one of them I've seen so far.
You don't see what
it looks like a quick release for the most part.
It looks like you see how he brings it from down up. It's like it's part of his form.
Yeah,
every one of them is down his hip and then up. Open the hook.
But see right there,
that is.
He kept it up because he had a guy near him. Yep.
Some people say it's because they're passing it to him low.
You can do stuff.
Even that when he was down and up, but he caught it above his head in that one shot. That's all I need to see. See how it's down and up. He brings it down and up.
Yep, right there.
Is
he
it
kept
worse
it
than
above
Kyle
too.
Anderson though?
No, hell no.
You mean the buffer shot?
I'm just thinking. Usually when you shoot down and up, defenders they play you like to put their hand in the cookie jar.
Nah, he's keeping it up when he needs to though.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He can shoot them both ways. He'd
He's
rather shoot the ball down up, but he can shoot it without doing that.
Yeah. Guys, he's better than Josh Green already. Look at him.
Jeez. Really play the game, man. Jeez.
The amount of lobs Josh Green missed, man.
Yeah, see, he kept it up there too.
I brought it down right there, Sticks. Yeah, that's it.
He can do all the things Josh Green does, but he's a better shooter. So
pretty good.
I need to see the defense too, though.
And he's taller.
Because what's the name was good on offense too, shooting shots. What's his name? Tyro Terry.
Yeah, it's a scary thought.
The video that Latte put is better than that one. That one he's like.
If I see another one.
It's got more video of him like actually dribbling and stuff.
Because it wouldn't take me to the. I can't stream like other stuff on it. It would have to be through YouTube.
Oh.
Got a breakdown. It's the video I just saw. 14 points in the game. World Cup highlights. I guess he wants the World Cup.
Oh yeah, I think this is the video.
On ball defense. Here we go. All right, he can move his feet. 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 Uh-oh.
I have damn sure seen worse.
Ooh, no, he can move his feet. That guy got no separation on him.
That was against a nifty guard.
Yeah, that was against a guard, a point guard. He couldn't get no separation on him. Watch how he shifts from one direction to another.
But he's strong as well. Look at that. Yeah.
He's 6'8". God damn.
Yeah.
He looks like he's got like he doesn't need to like grow out much. He looks like reasonably strong. He's like wiry.
This guy gonna get 0 minutes. Y'all know that, right?
I know he's gonna get 0 minutes.
Ben said I know he's gonna get 0 minutes.
Stop it, man. Stop it.
I know he's gonna get 0. But it's still great to watch him knowing he's on our team, right? Like, dang, gonna get 0 minutes next year, man.
What would you do though if he's like DJJ 2.0, like DJJ shot?
If he get, I would love him to get some. At least let him play, man.
Take out a contract on Maxey and Timmy and make sure these youngins get some playing time.
I hope we get good enough somehow where we can have garbage time a lot of times. Like that would be good. We could just play the guys.
I'm gonna be so angry if I'm gonna be so angry if like kid next season if we somehow still have Maxey and
did we pick with our luck?
Like,
did we still pick with the 58 pick?
So we still had a pick?
Did we still have the 58 pick or did we trade it? I ain't seen nothing about it.
Yeah, I got curious about that guy. I hadn't thought about it again, to be honest with you. Yeah, we still got it.
We still got our pick. Hold up.
We're gonna do something else.
I don't know what we traded.
Yeah, but it's still gonna say our name, but it might go.
Yeah, it might be the Knicks. It might. We'll see.
Have traded it to the Knicks.
Once it's our turn, it'll probably say on the bottom left.
Damn, Minnesota got. I mean, the Grizzlies got them 2 good centers.
He's going
to the Raptors.
The Raptors.
Oh, okay.
He traded it.
Y'all think?
I'm thinking if they got the 58th pick, we probably just gave them money, or another second round pick, like in the future. Yep. So we traded the pick. So I don't know. Maybe another pick will give the money.
Wait. New.
Oh, we're on the clock, apparently.
Yeah, the Knicks are taking the guy. They just put on the screen. Ariel Akporti.
Oh, good luck with that.
Shams just put it there though. It ain't showing. Once we make the pick, it'll stay on the screen like you just said. Proposed trade
we traded to the Knicks. Yeah,
the Knicks.
Did you hear about what happened to that Filipowski guy? He dropped in the graph because he had a Mormon girlfriend that like brainwashed him or something, so he went to Utah. This was quite funny, man.
Yeah, I want to know of all the teams. Lies like VIP, please. I'm like, Lies, this show about to go off. Man, they gonna be on TV all next season, the Lakers, man. Every single game.
Man, the 11th seed on every game, that's gonna be tough.
I'm only for it, Dave. Like I said, if it's a farewell tour. If LeBron says it's a farewell, then I'm like, all right, I understand. It's his last season. He get a bunch of games on TV and all that. But if it's not, man, like, come on, man. I know people want to watch it, and it's the Lakers, and it's Bron. But, man, we just made it to the finals.
This Ajinka guy is listed as a shooting guard.
Oh, he could dribble. And those clips that I was talking about.
Yeah, but wouldn't he be more of a small forward in his size and like?
I don't know.
It's a make up for JB.
The Lakers about to win another in-season tournament. Get Bronny his first ring.
It's a back-to-back champs. Uh-oh.
Yep, Bronny about to get his first ring, babe. Finally.
Man,
So is this cat going to New York or is he coming
Yeah, he's
down?
going to New York.
Yeah, he is.
Dude is big.
This Mitchell Robinson replacement.
Yeah, they're gonna trade him.
Probably not gonna trade him yet, but it's a guy where they got the possibility now.
No, they want Hartenstein. They said they're ready to move off Mitchell
Oh, they
Robinson.
already said they're getting.
Yeah.
So they are getting rid of Mitchell Robinson.
Yeah, there was reports saying that Wizards were interested in him because Saul wants to play the 4.
I feel like Mitchell Robinson probably could have went somewhere and helped somebody. But if he can go somewhere else, then go to the Wizards. Then okay. Bro, if Alex Sarr don't want to play the 5, man, he ain't gonna work. This dude gonna be soft. I don't mean soft as far as his heart, but like as far as his play. This dude he ain't gonna be no knockdown like mid-range shooter or nothing like that.
Ain't he too big to play power forward? Ain't he like 7 foot?
They say like 7'1" with shoes on or whatever. Like, I'm like, oh, he just gonna be shooting threes?
Yo.
I mean,
yo, they wrong for that one, bro. Gee, I hope, man. A lot of people better hope Bronny don't get nice, man. Or he not nice, and people not realizing it. So, because if so, a lot of crow.
So we don't know what we traded it for yet.
Not yet.
It's probably it might just be that 58. Maybe it's a second as well. Maybe it's cash.
It's probably cash. That's what I'm thinking.
Tim Hardaway
ATGK
Jr.?
4 points per game got Devin Booker drafted.
Booker had 4 points.
Yeah, there's actually quite a few people that average 4 points a game.
Yeah, it's actually not that rare as people think it is.
Because it's Bronny James. That's what.
Yeah, but it's Bronny. Like, yes, it's included. I'm not even like, I understand it is Bronny because of LeBron, but he's not the only player ever to get drafted. It's some players drafted in the first round that had averaged 4 points a game. Yep, Lively was at 5 points a game.
Wait, so our 2025 pick is open now?
I believe so, yes, because the draft is over.
Okay.
I don't know that I want to trade that pick though, DB. If that draft is the way they say it is, even if it's a late, I don't know that I'd want to trade it.
What can we do? We have to take the pick swap picks. Like we can't trade them until the day of and that one pick.
So we only want to trade 2031.
I mean, I'm not making that call, but I mean, they act like that this damn draft might be the best one in a decade.
You can still lock it in and make all the moves, but like you got to get all the people like Richie said though. Like you got to get all the role players. We should have won last year, man, but. We at that point, man. We've been getting close to that point since we made the trade last year. We knew we were getting into when we said we got PJ and all that stuff, and we're getting closer. And we at that last step, man. We gotta that last one, and it's like we all know that this either works or it doesn't work. This is the one. This is the wiggle room we talked about.
Y'all really think the Knicks? Yo.
I think the Knicks signed too many role players and too much money.
No, I'm in the Discord. They're saying like that they hope THJ is in the trade that we just had with the Knicks. I was like, you really think the Knicks are gonna take THJ back?
Hell no. But I think the Knicks just in general, though, I think they signed too many role players and too much money. I think they're gonna be a good team. They're gonna be a good team. I don't think they got enough.
If we had Laurie Martin,
I mean, free agency.
They still got cash, though. They still got cash? They got draft picks, right? They don't have cash, do they?
Who?
Like money available to Knicks? I don't think they have.
Now, I heard somebody say that he got them all of it. That he got all their
aspirations.
Yeah, because they gave what's name that contract?
They gave up
what's his
cash
name?
to
OG. And he about to sign. You said Hartenstein again, so yeah. They,
Wait, so up until 50? Oh no, it's cash and 58. Yeah, okay.
So it was cash.
Sense.
That's what it was.
Yeah,
yep, that's what I thought it was. Cash in the 58th bit, or the 51st bit. Nah, Frank, we gave it away. That's the Nick pick.
People said the Knicks have 58.
Hold on. What? He's saying the no is just the cash for it. We got the other player too. It didn't say on the screen. It didn't say to. I thought it said to the Knicks on the screen.
Yeah, on the screen it said to the Knicks. Because I don't see no one else talking about none of the Mavs pages are talking about.
No, it went to the Knicks on the screen.
Grant Afseth just said we traded 58 and cash.
Yeah, I trust what Grant said.
Yeah, I don't.
Yeah, people saying we traded 58 and cash. Yeah, makes sense.
That's what I thought we did.
I mean, we wouldn't have took a center if it was.
Yeah, that wouldn't make no sense.
Yeah.
All right, yo, how we feeling?
I mean, Dwight replacement.
Maybe.
we don't have that guy, so we only got to talk about it.
I feel the same as I did 2 hours ago.
The floodgates open, man.
So the draft, this little draft thing with number 51 didn't change your. Because Sticks came in and was like,
if he plays, I'll be happy. He ain't gonna play though.
You ready for the championship though? You ready for the parade even if he plays?
I need that Maverick notification, man. I need TSJ in that package. That's what I need to see.
So y'all still need to see.
We need that Portland trade. No matter who it is, they got too many players we need.
Are they done with like Shade and Sharp and all of them?
Oh, come on,
I don't know.
I mean, would you take Shade and Sharp?
In a heartbeat.
You think they might be done? Like they got who's playing what position?
They got a shitload of players, man. I mean, there's 5 players I'd take in a heartbeat.
I'm gonna ask y'all something crazy. Would y'all take Scoop? Off the bench?
Josh Green 2.0.
They're not moving Scoop.
Yeah, I'm not.
I'm just thinking now. I know you saying they're not moving Scoot DV, but look at their lineup right now. Their squad. Who gonna play?
Yeah, I'm just against anybody under 6'8" or over 28.
Deni gonna play the 4?
If anything, Shade is either Shade and Sharp or Anthony Simons that expendable. Because I hear people saying that Shade and Sharp breaks down too much, so they might soon start considering moving off him.
So any of those guys between the 3 of them, between Scoop, Shade,
I think
and
Scoop's their guy.
Simons,
I think Anthony Simons and Shade and Sharp.
Would you take whoever's available? That's what I'm asking. Whoever's available out of that, are you taking them?
I wouldn't take Scoot. I would take the other 2 though.
So you wouldn't take Scoot. You would take Simons and you would take Sharp though.
How about some of the wings they got?
I mean, that's what I'm saying. If they got a lot of positions where I'm like, who's going to play?
Yeah, because they're gonna clear up that center spot now for Klingon.
Because don't they want Scoot to start playing now? If they want to keep him,
supposedly. Yeah, Scoot's their starter. But that 2 guard is between. I don't know if they'll start all 3 of them guards at the same time, but then they would have to move Grant out for that, wouldn't they? So and then put Deni at the 4.
They might start Malcolm Brogdon, man. I don't think Scoot's a point guard.
Brogdon's is in Washington now. Remember, he got traded.
He's what went for Deni.
Oh, you're right. They did trade him for Deni. You're right.
Yeah, so I expect Brogdon to get flipped again. I think Washington's gonna flip him again.
So yeah, their point guard will be Scoot then.
Yeah.
They didn't get somebody else. Why I feel like Portland got somebody else? They didn't draft a point guard or something. Who they draft?
They only drafted Klingon. They traded 14 to the Wizards.
All right.
Yeah, so they got 3 guards now. So they just
still have a point guard, really, unless Deni plays point.
That could be their plan. Honestly,
I'd take Simons over Shaden.
Cabrera there is a good player, y'all.
I mean,
you don't need 6-foot guards. We got plenty of them.
Did Simons get a contract already?
I have no idea.
Is he making
25, 26?
Are you willing to give him that?
Why?
But that's how much he's making, right?
Yeah, I'm saying, are you willing to take that on?
Why?
Is that okay for him?
How much is it?
20. They said 20 something, right?
He's worth that, but I mean,
He's good though.
I mean, he's worth
instead
it,
of having
but-
Tim Hardaway Jr. having up the bench doing that, is that okay? Are you guys fine with that?
I mean, he's definitely worth it.
Okay, I'm not saying I'm against it. I'm just asking, are we okay with 20 something million being given him off the bench doing that? That's fine.
If he's that third guy that we can go to,
I don't know about the third guy. We're going a little too far. Your third guy probably not coming off the bench. That's how I feel. Like, I know you can do it like this. Your third guy probably going to start somewhere. That we did it with that Spencer Dinwiddie nonsense and all, but then when it came to crunch time, Spencer played the small forward and all that.
He would be good at the Spencer role, but he's not going to play small forward. I mean, he's strictly your third guard.
Yeah, and Spencer wasn't really our third guy. That's why we weren't as good as like Spencer was good, but
who's going to be your scorer off the bench then? Hardy?
That's what I want Simons to be, just your scorer off the bench. Is that $20-something million? That's what I'm asking you. Just to get him to be a guy getting you 15 off the bench, you okay with 20-something million for that?
I mean, if we got Brogdon's making 22.
Well, I don't want Brogdon. I wouldn't.
I'm saying
want
if
Brogdon.
we had him, he'd be making 22. So I mean,
Simons is a better scorer than Brogdon, but the Simons to do anything else.
But then Brogdon can at least play a bit of defense, and he could put him with Luke and
better
Kyrie.
Playmaking and all that stuff. He's a microwave also, and Simons is good. Like Simons can score. So I think if you put him at the Tim Hardaway position, he'd be an awesome six man. Like he is a six man. Is it 20-something million now? Is it 20, 22, 25? Is that okay now?
Yeah, that's fair.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, let's go get Anthony Simons then if he's available. I'm down.
Oh no, it ain't my money, King.
I don't
Why
want
you
to waste
asking
money
me?
on a
Like,
guard.
That's the front office.
That's a waste to spend that kind of money on a guard, though. King.
No, not you're not spending it. We'll be trading with him. He's still in contract, right?
Yeah.
Let me look up his contract.
I'm saying we're trading him, and we be paying him 20-something, but giving away another 20
I
to
don't
get him
know.
on here.
He signed a 4-year, $100 million contract.
Yeah, you
So
think
he's
they're
making
going to
25.
trade that for Timmy?
Maybe.
I mean, I'm asking. I'm not making
Maybe. I know, and I'm thinking about it. I'm like, maybe, Richard. If they're trying to get rid of him, right? That's an expiring contract.
I mean, the only person I've heard had really any interest in him was Orlando. I hadn't heard anybody else even talking
That would
about
be a
him.
good pickup for Orlando.
So this year he was getting 24.1. Next year will be 25.8. And then 2025-26 is 27.6.
If he's like a 15, but like I know for sure I'm not getting less than 10. You feel me? Like
How much did he average last year? Didn't he average like 20?
Yeah, he's like 20 something. That's what I'm saying. He has to still, but it's a different role where you're just going off the bench. I know that. So some people fail on it, some people nice at it. If he fits and he like just gives me like 15 consistently, like I'm not like, oh my God, some games is 2 points, some games is 30. Like if you can, I'm like, I know this dude gonna give me buckets, and I can get like 15
As
from him.
Sticks likes to say, I'm projecting again, King, but I think he'd probably be better at that than he was as a starter. He wasn't a great starter.
He averaged 22.6 a game. He was shooting 38.5 from three.
That's without Dame for the whole year.
That's what I'm saying. I think I might that might be our microwave player if we can get him.
See, look, in 2021, 2022, he averaged 17, and then 22, 23, he averaged 20. Wait, what's that? 21. So those are the 2 years when he was with Dame, and then when he was without Dame, he averaged 22. So I think he would fit in a third role.
And you know how
in a bench scorer role.
And you know how I say all the time, it's not about you gotta when you playing with like no assets, you gotta find players that have skill that's maybe not a place they need to be. So like Anthony Simons is like a borderline all-star skill. Like that's his skill. Like dude can score the hell out the ball. Like
he was torching us when we played against him.
Yeah, like he's a beast. If you can get him because the team's trying to give him away, and he's now playing the role on your bench as your sixth man. Huh. Okay, now we talking something. If OMAX can be minutes and all now. I might go that route. I might screw Jerami Grant. How old is Anthony Simons? He's still young too, right?
25.
I might try to see if I get Anthony
I mean,
Simons.
if you could get Simons and Kamara or Murray, one of them two, in their base contract, rookie contract, just to get a wing through in with it. They're both shooters. They're both good. I would take that deal.
That's what I mean. I may go if Jerami Grant don't work. I may try to go for a deal. Maybe, like you said, Simons is someone else.
Stop projecting.
Anthony Simons is going to be expensive.
You said Anthony Simons. I don't think.
At least I give you credit.
If they're trying to get rid of him, this is what we're saying, Ben. Like we're saying that right now they don't have a spot for him and saying we can't play him. Like we need to get rid of him. Then they're going to take stuff for him. They're just trying to get things for him.
Because Anthony Simons is a really, really good player, man. Like,
that's why. Why would they be trying to get rid of him? And they must not want him, and they want to.
Scoot's going to start. Sharp's going to start. Rupert's going to be their backup. And from what I've seen, they believe in this Barton, this Banton. So yeah,
and Denny's going to start.
Simons is probably expendable, y'all. That's probably.
Just want to clarify, Richard. It was Joe that started off with the projection stuff, not me.
Oh,
I might miss something here. Simons is their best player, as far as I'm concerned. Like,
Joe said I'm not allowed to project.
That's what I'm saying, Ben. And you go get a guy that they don't realize who their best player is. That's what I'm saying. Like you go get a team not realizing who they got, and then you get him to a better situation, and he'll be cooking Portland for years.
Hell, you never know that with all the players they collected, we might could damn get Simons and Deni.
We ain't getting no Deni no more, Richard.
They
not letting go of Deni, Richard. Watch Richard be right again, and they trade Deni again. I'm like, hold up, Richard. How, man?
Y'all gonna learn. Y'all gonna learn when Richard speaks. I'm like E.F. Hutton. Y'all need to be listening.
Well, that's because it's hard to hear you if we're not listening, though.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Simon's a good look though. But I don't know. I don't know, Ben. I know they may be still trying to make Scoot a point guard. They put him on the bench last time they tried that.
Man,
well,
Scoot is not ready.
Way you look at it, King, there's a minimum of 5 players on the Portland Trailblazers that will make our team better. It's just like there's 1 or 2 New Orleans has got to play. I mean, we need to make a trade with one of them teams, not Charlotte.
Like Scoot, Shaden, and Anthony Simons are basically all damn guards, scoring guards.
And that ain't talking about the centers and the wings they got. They're 5 deep at the center position. They're 6 deep at the wing at forward. And that ain't counting the damn guards.
People don't realize, and this is one of the biggest things, why I was so high on Nikola Topic in the draft, is that if you've actually got an actual playmaker, a real point guard is, they list people as PGs these days who aren't point guards. Like you see these teams and they've got like 2 shooting guards, 3 shooting guards, like running the offense. They're never very good. It's like the Suns, man. The Suns haven't got a proper point guard. Like look at them. Like they got all these.
How dare you talk about
players.
Booker that way?
But he's not.
Hey, Bird, how dare you talk about Luka's son that way?
Yeah. Well, I mean, he's Luka's son. He needs to learn.
3 assists off the bench too.
I would rather have Anthony Simons than either one of the Jazz's players. Their old 6-man guy or
Colin Sexton.
Or Colin Sexton. I'd rather have Simons than either one of them.
Simons dropped.
Hey, is it appropriate that the Utah Jazz drafted another white guy? Just saying.
Yo. Simons dropped 30 on us. 30, 33, 15.
I mean, they're definitely a team I would definitely be trying to make a trade with. No doubt about that. There's too many players that could help us. Even the 6-foot guards.
He almost had triple doubles against us.
We done with the 6-foot guards.
I am.
Yeah, that's.
Oh no, that's why I said it.
6'3". He's short, man. But he's
man. Whoa, watch it.
He's short, but he's just like
calling 6'3" short.
He's just a microwave scorer. Like I'm fine with that guy. He's Tim Hardaway Jr.
Well, that's
just doing Tim Hardaway Jr. spot.
The problem with him in Portland, King, is they wanted him to be a point guard or a shooting guard, but he's not. He's literally a 6-man, and they don't need him to be that. They need him to be something else. So he could probably come here and be really, really good at it.
That's a quality tweet. It has been discovered that LeBron James is sleeping with his newest teammate's mom.
Yo,
Hey,
That's a
mate,
quality tweet.
the age of the manlet in the NBA is over. The age of like everyone being really tall has just begun, right? So this is why no one wants Trae Young, man. No one wants these manlets on their team. These 6'3" guards. Like, who was that guy we had like last year? He was like a two-way or something, and he looked really good when he plays. But he's a midget or Jelly or something. Jelly, can't remember.
Jelly Walker.
Yeah,
That's it, Jelly Walker. Yeah, I mean, fundamentally he's a great player, but it's at the end of the day, like, there's very few Kyrie Irvings in the world. You know what I mean? It's like it's just a difference.
you ain't wrong there, Ben.
Why do we cut Dexter Dennis?
Because he was too short.
He's too short. Yeah.
Was he was shorter than Brandon Williams?
Mate, again, this just proves you naming all these names.
Hold on. We cut Dennis Smith Jr. because
Wait,
because he wasn't old and decrepit, and Jason Kidd would
not
play.
Dennis Smith Jr. Dexter Dennis.
Dexter, sorry. Yeah. Sorry.
You naming all these names, King, just proves my point. It's like all these little guards who are like, they're pretty talented, but it's just like, mate, who cares?
Bro, you can't compare what small guards do when you got Jason Kidd as the coach, okay? It doesn't count.
You don't waste draft picks on 6-foot guards. If you get a lottery pick, it's a wing or a center.
The only one that like has got in the top 10 was that Reed Shepherd kid who went to Houston, but that guy's literally shooting like 55% from free.
I mean, outside of Ja Morant, name me one 6-foot guard in the last 5 years that's hell even still hardly playing.
Yeah, man.
Y'all think John Morant and Zach Edey gonna be the new Tracy and Yao?
No.
That would be funny though.
I just don't know what Edey's going to be able to do in today's NBA. I mean, if it was 20 years ago, he would have been a number one pick. But
who you talking about, Richard?
Zach Edey.
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, you know, Zach Edey doesn't have to worry about not getting NIL money now as a Canadian.
I gotta get myself. I'm trying to get me a Angel Reese jersey. Why are you laughing?
I don't know why people say this dude that we picked up is shooting 30%. I don't know what I'm looking at, but
yeah, someone said 50, and then someone said
I thought it was 50-something%. What's going on, man?
Yeah, what's going on?
Y'all said
basketball.
He was. Y'all said he was Pascal Siakam. Then they saying he Reggie Bullock. Come on, man.
It's a big difference between them two.
I just sent it.
I heard he was Shaquille O'Neal. What's going on?
It was a big difference, man. Between Pascal Siakam and Reggie Bullock, man. Like, man, hold up.
It's Cardio B and Pascal Siakam.
St. Quentin basketball says all teams. I don't know. There's like
what's his NBA comparison? His comp. Is it Reggie Bullock?
Cardio B. Hey, does he
Yeah,
still have
I'm not mad if it's Reggie. But if we get a 2020 2 Reggie Bullock in the second round, I'm fine with that.
He's got a 31-inch vertical.
At 6'8", he can get up there and catch.
That's
not
enough
gonna be like
to dunk on people.
Yeah, he ain't gonna be yamming on people like that. But
he ain't a DJJ.
He wide open. He can finish the dunk.
He might not be Josh Green actually.
Yeah, he
dunk.
I don't think he's probably not as athletic as Josh Green, but he probably can dunk the ball easier than Josh Green.
Right.
I mean, does Josh Green's athleticism actually help him?
Not very much. Not lately.
He be doing
goes full speed right at someone from.
He always did a LeBron dunk where he cock it back, pause, and I'm like, bro, if you don't just take that ball up with 2 hands and go finish real quick at the rim with your speed, why are you helping the defender out by cocking the ball back? Go up with 2 hands and finish real quick.
Hold on. What did I say that required a pause by TGK?
Oh, I don't even know.
TGK just hung up on the pauses.
I said he had a 31-inch vertical, and TGK says pause. Like the what?
Dallas Mavericks GM Nico Harris. All right, he Pascal Siakam, y'all. We got Nico about to talk about him.
And you better be Pascal Siakam. That's what I'm saying. Mate,
I'm just happy he's not Maxey.
Listen, I just want him to be a player, all right, on our team that's not named Kyrie Irving or Luka Doncic. You can run into the paint and finish comfortably without like running into the paint, either losing the ball or spinning around and going, Luka, Kyrie, please, I don't know what to do.
If he's not that, can he be a over 35% 3-point shooter?
Shit, I'll take that as well.
Please, like, can we get a guy that comes in the league and looks like he's going to be a guy that can make wide open threes?
Wait a minute.
So if he does get wide open threes, he'd be like, oh, why did you do that?
We went from 52 to 35. There's a big difference there.
All I'm saying, I'm just saying, in the NBA, it's his first year. So usually if you shoot over 35, if you shoot about league average your first year, you're going to be a good shooter in the league. If he can get to 36 shooting around that,
what's his free throw shooting, y'all?
What? TGK, how you calling 6'8" too small? What the hell?
He said, "What? He's too small."
Anybody know what his free throws are?
Like 80%.
He's thin.
Oh,
I think he means
shit.
thin.
75 to 80%.
Oh, hell, this guy might be
That's
good,
what I'm
y'all.
saying. This dude might be able to shoot.
Yeah, he might be good.
He's 218. That's big enough to come in the league.
Yeah, it's big enough. TGK that's a rookie weight. 218, 6'8".
TGK talking about too thin.
He 220 at as a rookie. He'll
That's
probably
actually valid. I'm
be like 230.
He's bigger than me. I'm 213 right now.
Yeah,
I am not 6'8" though. That is skinnier than me technically.
Y'all don't get it. TGK is just pissed off because he took his spot.
TGK just mad because he got a bum knee.
Where you at, man?
He looked like he's a little chiseled. Pause.
What the hell are you on?
Emily, he's like, he looks chiseled. Pause.
Because nobody else said it.
That's
so
what
I
I'm
had
saying.
to
Hold
say
up, TGK.
Just the way
We're
you
talking
said
about
it as well.
220 like it ain't 220. Like TGK 220. Hold up, what is Luka listed as? 230, right?
450.
She said 450.
According to Brian Windhorst, he's 450.
I would have said 420, but
nah, because then it sounds like you're supposed to spot. That ain't gonna work.
Oh, you right. Then they said. I mean, Luka might smoke pot though. He might. I wouldn't be surprised if he did.
Hey, I'd rather impart.
I'd rather do that than cigarettes and hookah.
Yeah.
Tell you the truth.
Or them after them recovery beers.
Yeah,
Shit.
I would.
What? He's 220 European with no. Dude, hold on.
TGK is wild,
They didn't. Dude, it's still in pounds. That's still an American weight.
You can see that dude. You can see that dude veins and all that, man. Pause. Yeah, that dude in shape, bro. And the way he's playing defense, moving his feet, it looked like he in shape.
Yeah, you need to be a little bit lighter to play defense as well, too. You can't be. You ain't gotta have all that weight.
220 is fine, man. His rookie weight is 220. That's it, bro. How big do you want him to be, Pause, TGK?
No, he wants it to be real big. It's the way he likes it. Not pausing.
He's gonna be a wing out there. He's gonna be shooting the ball, moving around the 3-point line, moving around. He ain't gonna be playing in the post.
He looks kind of chiseled.
Who said that? Was it Kareem who said that?
Yeah, it was creepy. That was Ben mocking it.
Man, Kareem, man, they're gonna get you in Discord, man. They already
Kareem, we've already you just gave more roast yard ammo now.
Hey, listen.
It's because y'all said he's
I'm sorry,
small.
I'm sorry, Karina. Karina.
He's a man.
It's just that everyone stopped talking and he very timidly went, he looks pretty chiseled.
And
then nobody said anything, so he was like,
nobody,
pause?
I gotta say it. He was like, it was just on the tip of his tongue, pause. He's like, I gotta say it. Oh man, that dude chiseled. He's like, I hope nobody heard that. And everybody just froze like, yeah,
he's trying to prove he really is Karina now. Kareem's the next 6'8" Luka, according to himself.
Goodness.
Mate,
Kareem, how much do you weigh, Kareem?
I should have been the first one.
If you don't mind me asking, Kareem, how much do you weigh?
I'm like 6'8", like 280.
280? So say
290.
280 is a. I mean, you wouldn't be NBA in shape, but you 280. I mean, you 6'8" though.
Yeah, I'm big as fuck.
So you 6'8".
I'm 6'4",
240.
My brother-in-law is 6'3.5", and like right now 240 with like 12% body fat, and ain't nobody walking up to my brother-in-law and going, oh, you ain't big enough because my brother-in-law is fucking. He's a big dude. Like if it's all muscle, that's a big dude even at 220.
You can't be. That's not safe for basketball because you're gonna be running. Like that's
right.
That's too much weight for damn basketball. But that dude being 220, that's how many dudes in the league really on the perimeter 220?
Div, could you stop wanting look, we already got a head coach that beat women. We don't need another player that beats women too. So like, could you cut it out with Miles Bridges?
Man,
I thought Canadians were supposed to be nice people. Why is he one women beater?
How can we get only way we can get Miles Bridges is sign and trade, right?
And they ain't taking THJ and all that.
How are we going to get Miles Bridges, y'all? I don't even think we can get him, and his value is the lowest.
We can't.
Whoa, Big J, pause, Big J. We don't all want Miles Bridges. Let's calm down on that one.
That's what I'm saying.
I don't think we can, King. Now that you bring that to attention, I don't think we can.
I don't think we can get Miles Bridges either way. Like I understand the idea of Miles Bridges. Hell yeah, like it works.
I mean, they would have to take Maxey and picks.
And then when you do a signing trade, don't you only take half of it or responsible for like it's like a weird thing? Like I don't know if we have the flexibility to do all that.
Pause.
I mean, okay, pause. Yeah.
I mean, you're talking about flexibility.
It's a pause. That's what I get.
Well, if he's an unrestricted free agent, I know we can't sign him.
If we unrestricted free agent, that's what I'm saying. We can't sign him, Johnny. We have no money to sign him, so it had to be a signing trade.
Dude, that might be one of your best comebacks I've seen in a while. You've been slacking a little.
Dang.
But I guess Miles Bridge is like 6'3" men with beards. I guess he confuses them with women.
He said men with beards.
I guess he's got a fetish because that's a little bit weird if he confuses me with a woman.
Hey, in today's world, you better be checking.
I mean, it is Pride Month.
Richard, hey man.
I didn't say that.
Hey man. Pride Month is still going on too.
I didn't say that.
Chill, man. Chill. Nah, but I understood exactly what you said, though, man. You do. Everybody got a right to do what they want to be, so you gotta ask, you know.
We're gonna leave it.
Jalen Bridges signed or agreed to a deal with the Suns.
That's who Nick was pumping up.
That's what I'm saying, Frank. I think he wants $25 million at least, and $25 million in a signing trade. We got to send out like $50 million, I think.
King, you can't keep talking after what Ben just typed in the chat. No, Ben.
Nah, when TGK said what he said, I ignored it because I'm like, what the hell is he talking about? So when Ben followed up, I'm already ignoring. So
no, God, Ben.
I don't know. I don't even know what Stick's talking about. I mean, I don't know. I'm sorry, Sticks. I don't know what TGK talking about.
Because when I was talking about his vertical, I said 31 inches, and evidently saying 31 inches requires a pause.
Yeah, it does. It does require one. But
so what does 6'8" require then?
I mean,
that's just height.
I mean, we can't even say measurements anymore.
You don't measure yourself in just inches though. Like, it's a pause. What did I just say earlier when you paused me? Like that's one of those moments where it's like you think about it. It
flexibility.
Is. Yep, flexibility. It's a pause. It's a pause. 31 inches is a pause. But I thought you said his vertical is 31 inches, so it's not a pause.
Yeah, right. I clarified. I didn't just say 31 inches.
That's TGK.
Get your mind out of the gutter, TGK.
Pay attention to TGK, man. Jeez.
but
nope, don't do it. Don't do it. We're not worried about Ben.
Oh my God!
There's different things. He's over. He's in
Damn English people. You can't trust England, them people. Man. Yeah, you can't.
He's over there doing his thing right now.
Oh my God!
Oh my God!
What I'm saying is that's what you needed to play it, all right?
Kareem, you better be just glad we can't continue the roaster conversation since this is recorded.
Y'all are crazy.
Hey, Ben, do you drink absinthe?
Not very often.
Y'all got the good ish over there. Ours is like not legit.
It's illegal.
What are we watching right now?
Illegal stuff.
Why did you ask TGK that question? What? TGK, he's want to know if he can handle you at 6'8", 280.
He's a
That's what he wants
baby
to know.
king. That's a pause right there, TGK. Hey, yo,
Yeah,
to yourself.
Kareem paused him. Yeah.
Jeez.
Kareem just wants to know if he can put you in a
Hey,
submission,
y'all
TGK.
going too far, man. Y'all in this.
Oh,
I'm ashamed of y'all. I'm ashamed to have y'all on this show.
No, you're not.
No, I'm not.
This is quality comedy content.
Jeez. Oh, TGK, I'm done. I'm ending the show on that one. Though. I don't even know what's on the channel right now. I'm done. So, TGK, thank you for your comments there. I think that was directed towards Kareem. It was fun with the draft. We got a new guy, Melvin. I got to figure out how to say his last name. Is it I
think it's Ayinka.
Where's Joe at when you need him?
Ayinka. So it's no J silent. Ayinka.
I think the J is a Y. Ayinka.
Okay, so
Ayinka.
so Melvin.
We're just
Ayinka.
making shit up as we go along.
Yeah, probably so.
I don't know. I don't know if I want to be saying
really
Ayinka. Sounds a little odd. I might need
Ayinka
to pause every time.
That might, man. Ayinka. I don't know something, but other
Call
than
him
that,
Melvin.
we got a draft pick. We're gonna see what Nico gonna do now. The real stuff happens. Y'all know what we do tomorrow. There is a members only. I don't know if we're gonna do it open to everybody again. It just have members on there like we did last time. I think we might be doing that. But it still might. I think it's a morning show either way though.
Wait,
but other than that, members only. Tomorrow's Friday, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So tomorrow morning we'll be doing one, but I think we may be doing it like we normally do the post game ones. So have it open where everybody can watch it, but the members can only join the stage and talk to us.
Yeah.
So I will talk to everybody tomorrow and go Mavs. Peace, y'all.
Peace,
Later.
y'all.